Ox. Nah, this ain't Netflix. Yeah. For Sportsmen.
Yes, sir.
I know you tapped in Sundays. We kind of early today, but it is what it is. For Sportsmen, live and direct, Fabian Perspect. That is I to my left, Dom Dropper. Bottom left, All Ball. Flea. Right underneath me is the Brady Bunch damn near. For Sportsmen Sundays. What's going on, y'all?
In the
Hello,
building.
fellas.
Excited.
Let's get it rocking, y'all. Good
Let's
to see
go.
y'all.
Let's go. Yeah, man.
Everybody feeling good?
Seemed like last Sunday was a month ago. Let's go. I'm
It's
ready to rock
wild.
and roll.
It's wild.
Yeah, no,
It's
it
wild.
does. It does because it felt like ages ago that the NBA wasn't around. It's opening week. Our reaction, we were all excited. Like all the betting that's going on is crazy.
Yeah.
The Knicks are back. But more importantly, I think what everybody anticipated, Victor Wembanyama,
Yeah.
Wemby,
Wow.
I think is unanimous at this point. Sunday, 7 days into the league, into the season, he's the real deal. He's the real deal. Two, you put out a public apology to damn near everybody on planet Earth. Maybe even
everybody on planet Earth.
Can I please go first?
Absolutely, too.
Because let me finish. You put out an apology because you thought Wemby was. We've seen this before. What is he really bringing to the table? Ball, please explain.
First, I'm gonna do the Home Alone. The Home Alone face is just like.
Before you go to, thank you. I was number one on that list. Thank you so much for allowing me to pop that list off. Go ahead. Lord. The floor is yours, my brother.
Now, real quick, you know who DM'd me yesterday?
Who?
Theo Ratliff.
And
said, "Oh, Ball, how do you not understand how good Luka and Wembanyama is?" He was like, the league is soft. Them guys been pros since 13, 14, 15. So when OGs like that holla at me, Lord have mercy, was I wrong?
Hold on. What kind of a crazy stunt was that? He did some Stephen A. Smith shit?
No. Pick it up. Yeah. Pick it up off the floor because it's right in front of you. Just pick it.
Listen,
it up. The name drop was wild. It was wild.
Listen, I'm always wrong, right? But this one, Lord have mercy, dead wrong. Wembanyama, I didn't understand. I love basketball. I've been watching basketball my whole life. To see somebody to do that at that young age, on that stage, because I understand overseas and things of that nature, but the NBA is the NBA. It's a different market. It's different money, different fan base. It's all about the business. Overseas don't make nowhere near as much money as the NBA. That being said, for him to be able to do what he's been doing, I'm gonna be honest, man. In a few years, he could be the best player in the league. We have a lot of guys on their way out. Depending on the team Pop puts around him on the Spurs got a nice little crew. This is the first time in a long time I actually watched the Spurs. Not only because of him, they got some fun young guys over there that can shoot, that can athletic, that can dunk. They have that machismo bottom. They on the floor, they talking mess, they yelling. So, but yeah, I was dead wrong. Wembanyama is the real deal. And I had to apologize to everybody, especially my brothers up here. I got guys DMing me, and I was wrong. I don't mind being wrong. But yeah, man, once he get a little bit stronger, which is gonna come in time, I'm gonna be honest, he's way better than Chet. I thought it would be close. But he's by far better than Chet. I'm sorry. For me, y'all know me. I jump out the window. I'm a panicker. I exaggerate.
With no parachute.
All day. 2 games. Get Chet out of here when it comes to Wembanyama. I'm sorry. It's not even close. But I'll let y'all guys have the floor. I was dead wrong about Wemby. Wemby is the real deal. And depending on, like I said, I'm going to say it again. It's tough because with Spurs, unless they get some guys from overseas or they get good draft picks, it's hard to get guys to go over there. So I just want to see the type of future he's going to have and how they're going to build around him. Because remember, Tim Duncan, you had Avery Johnson, you had Sean Elliott, you had David Robinson. So they had like some great pieces over there. I just want to see how CNN is going to build around Wembanyama to make him the future of the NBA and the future of San Antonio, because this young man has an opportunity to go down as one of the GOATs. Barring injury. I was wrong. Wembanyama is the real deal. And I apologize to everybody.
Time out. What made you say all this? Just Theo Ratliff DMing you? Like, what's because the first 2 games? I mean, look, he's impressive, but like, there's nothing that he didn't drop 30 or like anything like that. He did what I expect him to do: impact the game. They beat Houston. That was impressive in the 4th quarter. But like, what did he do that then made you go crazy? I would have thought you were going to come on here and say he's good, but everybody going too crazy.
Hold on, Dom. Thank you for calling his ass out. What Theo? I can listen. Theo Ratliff.
He didn't have like a 30-point game or something.
Yo, love and respect. Yeah, your boy's on here. You on here every Sunday. Every Sunday is telling you things. He was like, I don't care what y'all talking about, but Theo Ratliff.
So let me say this.
Imagine apologizing to your girl and then she turned around and hit you with some shit that Dom just hit you with. Like, baby, I just apologized. God damn.
All I'm gonna say is this: I love y'all like brothers. Theo Ratliff. None of y'all are Theo Ratliff.
Of course.
That's why I died. No, but real quick, give me 30 seconds.
Shout out Theo Ratliff.
Shout out to Theo. For real.
The way he creates space, the way he go to the basket, the way he could pull up, the way he plays defense, blocking shots. I didn't think I would see that early. His movement, the fluidity, just everything. Before game 1, he said he had butterflies, but now as you can see, Dom, I'm being honest. I just was wrong. I was wrong. I looked at something and I was wrong. I can't explain it no other way. But y'all all was right. Y'all seen something I didn't see. But me, for those 2 games, I'm going to be honest, bro. And then Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce had a take as well. And we just got to be honest. He's 7'5", man. What are you doing with that? It ain't like he 7'5" and he's overweight like Yao Ming or something like that. I was wrong. I was wrong, Dom. That's it. I was wrong.
The kid is just super impressive. I think there should be reservation early on, right? When you look at a guy that's 7'5", we've known a lot of guys at that size that we know struggle with injuries, struggle with getting stronger, struggle with fluidity, like all of that kind of stuff. He doesn't look like he struggles with any of that thus far, right? We're talking about a kid, and I was doing some research on the kid, just reading up on some things about him. And the kid, his father or whoever's in his life at the time, when he was growing up, they were making him stand up straight, right? On the court, stand up straight and just move forward by crunching his toes. So they're strengthening his feet by telling him to just move his toes like this and move him up the court, up and down the court. So not running, not jogging, not walking. You're moving yourself because you got a size 28 foot to strengthen that foot, his feet. They're making him, just watch what I'm doing, fellas. They're making him do this and it's moving him up the court. I thought that was fascinating to me because I'm like, what are they going to do different for this kid to prevent the normal injuries that these guys have? And in terms of stretching, in terms of, conditioning, all of this stuff, they're taking a proactive approach on his body and how he approaches the game. And then you look at him on the court, the kid can already shoot. The kid already affects the game on the defensive end like some of the best defenders in the league. Super unselfish. I think he's already a really polished passer. To be 19, 20 years old, to be able to pass like that at 7'5", I think is incredible as well. I think he's in the perfect spot, in the perfect, culture in terms of San Antonio Spurs, how they develop guys and things like that. And they got a nice young crew, like what Tu was saying over there. Keldon Johnson is an impressive young player. Sohan is an impressive young player. Devin Vassell, I wasn't very high on this kid. This kid looks like he could be a starter in the NBA going forward. So they got some pieces over there. I'm extremely impressed by Wembanyama. And boy, we thank you for your apology.
My pleasure.
I heard the Chet Holmgren comparison. They might be co-rookies of the year. I think you did wrong about that one. Chet Holmgren is impressive.
Hold on, real quick. I don't care co-rookies of the year. I'm just saying better players. To me, it's by far, it's not even close. I'm sorry. The 2 games I seen.
Not even close?
Nah. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't care about the co-rookie That shit is some fan. You know how that it's
No,
a
that's
game
not.
with that. Man,
How many
listen,
people went? Who was the last co-rookies of the year? Flea.
like
Was
Jake
Elton
Gibbs?
Brand,
that's Elton Brand and Steve Francis.
Steve Francis.
Okay.
Okay, that was fairly fair, but you can tell if you had to project, you were picking Elton Brand because
Yeah.
Steve Francis is a ball hog. Before that, Grant Hill, Jason Kidd, just otherworldly. Chet Holmgren is averaging 13 and a half points, 8.5 rebounds, 71% from three right now.
How many blocks is he averaging? He had like 7 blocks the other night.
3.5 blocks right now.
Chet damn good too. Like
Yeah, I agree.
yeah.
And he's shooting 56% from the field. Right now, Victor Wembanyama is shooting 46% from the field, 27% from three. And he's shooting good for 8.5 rebounds, same as Chet, 2 blocks a game, 2.5 steals a game, which is the 2.5 steals. That's the part that's crazy.
What's the
and
points?
He's averaging.
What's the points?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what was the points and percentage for Wemby?
For Wemby, he's averaging 18 points a game on 46% shooting and 27% from three.
Okay.
And so he's gonna get easier baskets.
I think all of those go up. Points, average, all of that for Wemby goes up at some point.
Right. But to me, I don't think people don't average steals like that anymore. He's just getting in passing lanes, which is ridiculous. I know he can't play one-on-one, be the anchor with defense, but he's weak. His weak side defense is insane. Offensive rebound, he's catching 2 offensive rebounds a game. I think the fact that he can't post you up, but he's somehow finding a way to impact the offensive end other than scoring is incredible. I had to look at once I saw the preseason, I thought, nah, this guy's a real deal. Same thing with LeBron. It's like, all right, now waiting for the regular season. How does it look? Same thing. He's met the hype before the rookie season. The last player I've seen this was LeBron James. Like Steph Curry didn't come into the league with the hype. It kind of died off his senior year, whatever it was in college.
Carmelo came in with a good hype though, winning the championship at Syracuse.
Not
like
the way Wemby.
No. I'm not saying that like this, but he had a hype. I get what you're saying.
This is damn near international hype that LeBron and this, especially in this era, that's what Jordan and these guys, even Jordan didn't come in with the hype. No. Magic and Bird did, and they met the hype. Those are the guys that these are. So, and again, we're just talking about guys that
Diesel had hype behind him coming out of LSU. Diesel
not like this. He had hype. Though.
Not like this, but people were.
He had hype. He had hype.
Was waiting.
Yeah, man-child hype.
Yeah.
So I agree with that. But Chet Holmgren has a chance to be co-rookies of the year. Going forward though, that's why I agree with you, All Ball. This is legendary status that he's on pace to be, like I always say, GOAT level potential. He's got that. I don't care. You can say it's exactly, with hyperbole, whatever it is. That's not trolling. We've seen Manu Bol. We've seen Bol. We've seen Kristaps Porzingis. We've seen
Sean
Giannis.
Bradley. Yeah, we've seen the whole
Sean Bradley.
Just guys that's that tall.
And can move like
what's
that.
What's the other guy that played?
Yao was this big.
Yeah, it's another guy. He had a weird last name.
Murasan, George.
Yes, Murasan. Yes,
wow.
yes, exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
So we see all these guys that they kind of like. It's like God is playing around with us, or maybe we're playing with the DNA somewhere in the lab where we just put them out there and see what. Now he looks like an NBA 2K game character. That looks crazy, and for him to just move like that reverse dunk was crazy. That reverse dunk was like 2 seasons from now, Blake Griffin style, Vince Carter, Kobe Bryant. He was 7'4" doing that.
Fabe, he called for an alley from the 3-point line. Like he gave the pass and told him go, and he's at the 3-point line calling for it. That I thought that was like, are you kidding me?
He's like you say, best player. See, this is why you see All Ball went from trash to best player in the NBA in 2 years. But he's right. Like, how doesn't he have the chance to compete with Joker? That is must-see TV. When the hell is that game? Denver Nuggets versus the San Antonio Spurs. Must-see TV. Anybody he plays is must-see TV. Must-see TV. When he plays Giannis, that's going to be crazy. Right. Like, how does Giannis look normal to us now? He made Giannis Antetokounmpo. He made his name sound normal. Like,
yo,
the Greek freak.
That's great.
Now we got Wemby. Like, I didn't expect. I'm like, how's he gonna play in the league? And he's doing it, man. I've been impressed, just like you were. Like, he deserves all the praise in the world right now. Keep up the good work. And the other thing is, I know you said this offline, All Ball. Joker's not gonna. He's never gonna get the the hype. He's never gonna get the fanfare, the media behind him like that because
He
he
don't
doesn't have this
care.
charisma. Yeah, but
Nah,
even there's people that don't care. Kyrie doesn't
no,
seem like
no,
he doesn't care,
no,
but he has
no.
the charisma.
It ain't the. I'm sorry, Fleet. It ain't the
No, go ahead, go ahead.
charisma. Y'all gotta remember, Joker doesn't care about social media. He
No.
doesn't care. Remember, all this plays a part into some of these guys, getting all the attention. Remember, Joker don't care about none of that. After the game, Joker going home. He don't care about none of that. So that's kind of why that's going to happen. But when you see his numbers and when you see championships racking up and the play on the court, that's going to change everything. But I agree with what you said.
Dom, what you thinking, Dom?
I think you guys are hyping him up too much, to be honest.
Okay.
He's exactly what I expected him to be, good and bad. All the things I thought were going to be good and all the things I thought were going to be bad, as I've seen the first 2 games. I like him. He's fun. They're not going to win a lot of games this year. He's going to win Rookie of the Year. He'll improve them by like 10 games. But this, I'm so excited to see what he's going to do against Jokic. He's going to get fucking destroyed. Like, I can't wait to see him. He's going to get destroyed. Like, dude's out here. I'm sorry. He's going to get destroyed to me. I'm sorry. He might get a block or two.
Please don't stop. Continue this. I can't wait to go look back on this footage. Go ahead.
No, he's a great player, but I don't know. What he's not. I don't think that one-on-one. I need to see more one-on-one scoring wise. I think the Rockets were just double teaming him unnecessarily. Like Jabari Smith, besides that reverse dunk and that last move at the end, he actually did a pretty good job. Like Grant Williams was clamping him the other day. Like to me, at the end of the day, he's still a really tall, skinny, big guy shooting a lot of jumpers. And it looks pretty, but I'm living with it. Like, I'm sorry. I'm going to put a bigger wing on him. I hope the Clippers put Kawhi or Paul on him today and get right into him. But defensively, monster. Like, he's going to be a monster. I still think, though, at the 5, like the minutes that the Spurs go to the 5, he's still getting used to, like, the craftiness of, like, NBA guards and pick and roll. Like, there were a couple of times where he got kind of, like, faked out or, like, Fred VanVleet would look in the corner and he would kind of bite on that. So that's going to come with time. I think he's going to be a beast defensively, but there's nothing I've seen in the first 2 games that have made me way more impressed than I thought he was going to be. I thought he was impressive. He is impressive, but yeah, like the Giannis and he might be the GOAT and all that. I'm just not going to say that. But he's great. Like, here's my thing, right? He's 7'4" and he's got the amazing fluidity and a handle and all that. But like, these are all just like KD disciples to me. There's nobody that shoots the ball like Kevin Durant. Defensively, he's going to be a whole nother player though. Like, he'll be like an AD type defensively. I'll say this. He has a similarity to AD in the sense that, like, rim running, he's awesome. Like, if he contests a shot on the perimeter, he will rim run and seal, and that's an easy 2 points. Like, just throw it up to him. I think that he has great instincts there. But in terms of, like, a hub offensively for them to, like, play off of, it's going to take some time. But I do agree with Flea. He's a good passer. He's fundamentally sound. I'll tell you one thing I was really impressed by. His rip through, bro, his jab and a rip through for a big without traveling is really impressive. Super impressive. But
that's all work with Manu, apparently. That's a
really?
lot of work. Yeah, apparently that's a lot of work with Manu on the rip throughs because they felt like this kid wasn't strong enough with the basketball. Like, if you got up under him, if you got into him, he wouldn't be very tough with the basketball, a la, like you said, Grant Williams, like you're hoping Paul George and Kawhi, like Jabari was playing him the other night. They was getting up in him when he got it. They wouldn't allow him to turn his face. A lot of his shit was coming with his back to the basket and making a move on the spin left or right. So I was watching some shit, and Manu and him were going through a lot of shit with ripping the ball through, just making sure that he was strong with it because he does lack the strength as an NBA player. So I agree with you there. He's gonna have to, he's gonna have to start getting on an NBA diet. He's gonna have to start putting on some NBA weight. I don't think he should, blow up. Like, he shouldn't get, to a place where, he can't play on that weight and starts getting injuries, but he has to get stronger. Definitely.
Right. Yeah. So, but I think he's going to average like 18 points this season. 18
That's
points.
a lot. That's a lot as a rookie, though, Dom.
Yeah, I know, but we're comparing him to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, like Wilt Chamberlain, LeBron. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I'm saying. He's great. He's great. But,
Can I ask you a question?
Guys,
Can I ask you a question? What did Kareem average at 19 in the NBA?
He was playing for UCLA.
Okay. And what did
he still would have averaged, let me tell you, at different times, but he still would have averaged a lot in the NBA. I can promise you that.
Okay. But you started off acting like we're bugging because this is not like he's not Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He has the potential to impact the game, just like your boy. Like,
The only
yeah,
way he can do that is if he starts dominating on the inside, though. Like these tall guys, bro. Like reason why Jokic is so dominant is because you can't go small against him. Anybody under the height of like 7 feet, 6'11", they're getting put into the post and dominated. Wemby, as we said, he doesn't have that strength. He's gonna shoot over you. Okay, I'm living with it. He's not Kevin Durant. Like,
But
big man shooting a jumper, I'm still living with it. I'm sorry, as a smaller defender, I'm still living with it.
Let me ask y'all a question. I don't like the comparisons. Like, why do we have to compare him to Kevin Durant? Because Kevin Durant's not 7'5".
Right.
Why are we not comparing him to guys that were 7'5"?
Okay, he's better than all those guys. Sean Bradley's, the guys that you laid out.
No, but Dom, I'm sorry to control, but that should be what we're doing is as a basketball community network, just everybody. When we go in the KDs, and I think you gave up Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is not 7'5". Go ahead, Fleet. No, go ahead.
No, just to not to say help you, but to help you understand why that comparison is happening. It's more so skill set too. It ain't really size. It's like, what kind of skill set is this dude gonna have to be an effective NBA player? So on the offensive end, we could see shades of him being like a Kevin Durant. He could put it on the floor. He could shoot it a little bit. He's very fluid. He moves up and down the floor. Like Dom said, he rim runs. He blocks shot down. And on the defensive end, he blocks shots. He could play in front of, guys 1 through 5. He can move left to right, shit like that. So that's probably why the comparison is happening, because if we're comparing him to Manute Bol right now, he's better. If we're comparing him, go ahead.
But remember, I made this comparison and people killed me over it. But we seen when Porzingis played against our Knicks how good he really is. To me, it's not crazy to say, well, Wembanyama be better than Porzingis. When Porzingis is healthy, Porzingis is a problem.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
But see that. But what we're talking about, like, if he's a better Porzingis, like, is that underwhelming with the hype that he came in with? That's a good career, but like, is that underwhelming with the hype that he came in with?
But Porzingis, his career,
there's still more to be written.
Right, Porzingis' career is starting right now. That's just my opinion. That's why I say we give everybody this grace period, but we don't give certain players this grace period. When I kill certain players, what we always say, hey, give him this time, give him that time. Porzingis hasn't been healthy. Now it seems like he's healthy. And you know what I'm big on? I hope we do this for a topic one day. Everybody needs help. I think once you get the proper help and the proper team around you, now we get to see who you really are. Like, now we're going to see who Dame is. Now we're going to see how good Porzingis really is when these guys is playing for meaningful games and actually playing for a championship. I don't think it's far-fetched to compare Wembanyama to Porzingis, because Porzingis also has the skill set to average 25 plus, 10 plus rebounds, 2-3 block shots, and dominate on the defensive. We see what he did with our Knicks.
Right.
So I think we should compare Wembanyama to guys that's his height and his size. And just one last thing, I'm sorry, y'all. Dom, you said something as far as like not dominating on the inside. Porzingis don't dominate on the inside.
And that's why
Kevin Durant don't dominate on the inside. But these guys is legendary.
Okay, but see, you're making my point for me. My issue, and this is one of my basketball like convictions, like strong. This is just the way I was taught, and this is maybe it's old school thinking, but these big men, bro, that just face up and play like guards. Like when we were young, when I was young, I should say, everybody went off about Dirk, about how he had the ability to take you inside and outside, but he had the inside, right? What we have now is we got guys like Karl Anthony Towns, who I saw dominate in the post at Kentucky, and now he's all outside, and he's very hesitant to dominate on the inside. And now my issue is we forget about, we gawk at the fact that a big man is shooting threes and stretching the floor. What about using your size? Because this is a switch-heavy NBA now. So you get a lot of mismatches these days. And it started with me with Blake Griffin. Like, he would get 2 or 3 mismatches per game, and he wouldn't go to the post. And, like, that shit adds up. But that's why I give Jokic so much praise, because every time he gets a mismatch, he does not let your defense off the hook. That's the main thing. To me, these big men that shoot, it's a bailout. At the end of the day, it's a bailout, and these guys don't win championships as the number one guy. They don't. So to me, if Wemby wants to be that guy in this category, he got to dominate on the inside. I'm not saying he can't. I see like, he hit a turnaround over the right shoulder over Jabari last game. Like, I see these signs that he could be that. But as Flea said, you got to get in the weight room. But that's my thing. You said Porzingis, KD, all this. This is my biggest issue with them. In the playoffs against the Mavs, we played him off the floor because we were able to switch Reggie Jackson onto him and he wouldn't take advantage. That's inexcusable. If you see that big-ass dude at the park who can't post up a little dude, get the fuck off my team. Sorry.
But see at the park, Dom, at the park, the GM, the coach, the assistant coach, all of those guys haven't been in that said player's ear, who is the biggest guy on the floor and knows that he has a mismatch and can dominate on the block. Now we have a lot of guys that are playing to the numbers, playing to the analytics, and it's not just them. It comes from the top up. Like it comes from all the way to the top, and it trickles all the way down to a guy like Karl Anthony Towns, who absolutely dominated in the blocks at Kentucky, like you said, right? But came into the league, and now you got him saying quotables as I'm the best shooting big of all time, right? He's taking pride in that type of shit, as opposed to anytime I get somebody on my left or right hip, it's over. It's over. He doesn't take pride in that. But that's because, one, the ability to shoot the ball is at an all-time high. Like, you got to be able to shoot the ball to even keep a job in the NBA now. I don't care what you are. 1 through 5 has to be able to shoot
Mitchell,
the ball.
you guys, you're both of our starting centers, though, aren't shooters at all. They can't even shoot mid-ranges.
Right. But I promise you, if Mitchell Robinson could shoot the ball, he would. Every offseason, I watched Mitchell Robinson go through drills where he's shooting threes, and I'm cursing him out over here. Like, Mitch, that's not you. But every summer I'm watching him try to add this 3-ball to his game. I fully agree with what you're saying, Dom, but I don't think that starts innately within the player, within these bigs. I promise you, if they could eat from 5 and out, right? From 5 to 10 feet out, all in the paint area, and just eat right there and never have to go out, they wouldn't. But the game has evolved so much that they put them in positions that have to do that. I'm sick of watching Joel Embiid shoot perimeter jumpers, shoot threes, hunt threes. Like, he hunts threes at this point.
But fellas, just real quick, great points, both of y'all. I'm gonna just be brief.
Nah, talk to me, Sue.
The whole league is like that. Even when you got bigger guards that got a small guy on them, they not putting them on the block. We got a guy on our team, Julius Randle, who everybody says the ball in the trying to shot. He's strong, he this and that. Every time I see him, he at the top of the key trying to dance with the nasty left. So, Dom, y'all all make great points. But to me, the whole league is like that. It's not only the big men.
And it's a league-wide issue in my eyes. It's not about the big shooting threes. It's just the bailing out defenses when you switch. You couldn't get I'm just saying, like, imagine
Dom,
switching.
you're right, Dom. You get
But Jokic, my point is he there's no excuse for him. He kills you.
He gets on the block.
So that's why he's the man.
Agree.
But see, Dom, Yoke don't really got that in his bag, right? If Yoke face you up and put it on the floor,
it's not
right. That doesn't put pressure on you as Kevin Durant turning around, putting the ball on the floor,
right?
A cat putting the ball on the floor.
I disagree, though. I disagree. I think Joker could face you up and score just as easy. I just think he's a student of the game, and he still goes with the higher percentage. I'm 7 feet, you 6'6". What's the purpose of me what's the purpose of me standing you up now? I'm gonna put you on the block, and I'm gonna just get the easy bucket. So I'm not saying he would be just as good as KD and him if he faces you up, but I think he can actually do that because he's a threat. Whether he shoot the ball, lay a package, and remember him facing you up, he gonna hit the cutter.
He's a hell of a passer. He's a hell of a passer.
The only I think what Flea's saying is, like, though, Jokic, he doesn't really have like that much wiggle to his game, like facing up. Like, he's not. Like he's methodical. He's slow. He's gonna still be able to get his shot up, but like, I mean, is Jokic about to hit you with a quick in and out to blow by? Like, he's not about to do that. Like,
it might be slow, but it could be done. I'm just saying.
You probably could do it, right?
But that's what he means by that. Go ahead, Father. You were making some faces.
Yeah, go ahead, Fake.
How long did it take Joker to be Joker in the league?
Plenty of time. I'm not ruling it out for Wemby. I'm just saying his body can change.
Joker did not come in the league with this kind of pressure on him, this kind of hype on him, and he met that. Why would you want him to all of a sudden post Wemby to post who up? Grant, he couldn't even. You just said Grant Williams pushed him out of his space that he wanted to do, and he still shot way better in that game than the Houston game. That's number one. Number two,
but he was better in the Houston game.
I don't. They were in both games. They were in both games, and probably he had a.
Go ahead. He wasn't that impactful in the Dallas game though until the fourth.
It doesn't. Look, you pick and choose when this guy's going to be impactful when that matters until the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter when it all matters. That's number one. Number two, I love that you brought up Cat, because that's a guy that I am. That's why I get disgusted when All Ball brings him up, because when he came to the league, I thought it was him and AD and everybody else was second place. When they drafted Cat, I'm like, this guy's 7 feet and could do all that, and he disgusted me ever since he came to the league. All that stuff you talking about. That's why I don't like college basketball. Somebody else, it's funny you bring him up. Andy Roth had a good tweet today, and somebody followed up saying they went to school with Cat, and he would do the same thing in high school. He was 7 feet tall and wouldn't post up 6'2" guys. So my point is that everything you're saying, Dom, I get it if it was about Cat. He has not shown that. If anything, he plays towards his strengths, and if he can't do whatever he wants to do, it's because the defense right now can defend that. But in 2 or 3 years, you're going to change your tone. Because guess what? In 2, 3, it took 4 years for Joker to be the guy that we talking about with Joker right now. At least some of us. But it's going to take some time for Wemby. But I just see the potential that he has is generational. Generational at this point.
And that could have took it a little longer too, because I'm sure all y'all remember Nurkic was in Denver. They had to get him out of there to like make room to let Joker, ascend into who he was. Both of those guys was playing with each other. I think they was both coming off the bench at once. Like, who was starting? I don't remember. Like, they was
good point. Yeah,
they was trying to figure out which one was it. And I mean, they made the right choice. But you mentioned Julius Randle. I thought that was a good spot to segue into the next.
We have to talk about that.
Like
I know we do, but do we?
Well, I think this is more you, because I think you'll be surprised at where I stand right now.
Oh wow!
I think you'll be surprised.
No, set it off. I want to hear this.
Yeah, you segued it. Yeah, I want to hear this.
Yes, set this off.
Okay.
What oh my God, you better not piss me off on this beautiful Sunday. We had a good pre-pro. Now you bring Flea, please.
My fellow Knicks fans, Dom, hold me down. Just make sure they don't drag me out in the back, right? Just make sure, please. Let's calm down, fellas. Let's calm down. Let's calm down. First 3 games of the season, we 1-2. I will be honest with you. After the first 3 games of the season, we don't look great. We're 1-2 right now. We don't look great. Our best player thus far has been RJ Barrett. Fair to say?
Yes.
Okay. Fair to say. RJ Barrett has been our best player. I'm not surprised. He played well in FIBA. He's been playing all summer long. I'm not surprised that this guy hit the ground running and is ready to rock and roll right now. Let's get to this Julius Randle thing. Trading Julius Randle is not the move to. That is not the move right now to trade him. We can't trade him and think that that's going to make things better. It's not. We can't. It's just not the smartest thing to do. We trade him right now and go get who? Embiid is not available right now. I know that's what we've been talking about. He's not available right now. But if we trade Julius Randle, we trade arguably our best player. We trade him. What position does that put us in going forward? We want to build on what we've done over the last 2 out of the 3 years. Playoff team, won a round in the second round. Like, where does that put us? I understand we frustrated.
I'm laughing because I can't wait to go. Go ahead.
Dude, Allball's just making this face like he's gonna have a take that just flying off the rails.
I understand how
because Flea is the one that usually makes sense. I'm the one that don't make no goddamn sense.
I understand how
he's not buying any of it.
Y'all with the dude. But what is the alternative? That's my thing. I share y'all frustration. But what is the alternative realistically? I will pass it off to you two. Let me know what your thoughts are, because us kicking him out the door right now, does not make us a 4 seed like we all predict. Does not put us in the Eastern Conference Finals this year like we are trying to build towards. What do we do?
So, I respect you as a Knicks brother. I hated that take.
That's fine, brother.
Right?
I love you too. It's all good.
But just all jokes aside, you family.
Yeah.
I'm nervous as a Knicks fan, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's not about only 3 games. Everybody's healthy this season. By far, we is not competing with Milwaukee and Boston. That's a given. How we looked yesterday against the Pelicans. This is to me how I felt about the Lakers when I made the joke where it's like when certain teams beat bad teams, everybody brag and boast. But what happens when we play against good teams? Not even great teams. We don't have enough. Randall, watching him.
We just as good as the Pelicans. Don't do this.
No, we're not.
We are.
No, we're not.
Don't do this.
All right.
We're just as good.
Let's break it down. Is Brunson that much better than CJ McCollum?
Not much better, but he's just as good.
He's better than CJ McCollum now in 2023.
No,
yes, Jalen Brunson is it?
Jalen Brunson,
wait.
he's just as good.
See, this is listen. I'm being a realistic basketball fan. I'm asking Brunson or CJ McCollum right now at this point. It's not Brunson is that much better.
No, but give me Brunson over CJ.
Both of the teams between Pelicans and Knicks, the Pelicans got the 2 best players of the whole thing.
Yeah,
I may have to disagree with Albaldo on the. I think McCollum. I'm a big. I've defended him on the show, but in the playoffs the last couple of years, he's been really inefficient. I feel like the point guard thing has taken a lot out of him. Brunson, he literally was dragging you guys to 2 wins in that Heat series.
In that Heat series.
I want you to make your point all ball because the grand point was better about I think the Pelicans are a better team because if you trade Brunson for CJ McCollum, that team healthy is a championship team in my opinion. Like Brunson, Zion, and that's a crazy lineup.
That's a pretty sick team. I'm not gonna lie. It would be a much better fit for them if they had Brunson.
I'm just saying that's right.
I like that take. I'm not mad at that. I'm just saying if you championship,
championship, I don't know. You have to take a big
team.
Y'all listen. They were the number 2 team in the league last year when they were all healthy. They were killing. They were killing.
Who's to say that was going to last the whole season?
I understand that, but I don't want to veer off.
Sacramento was the 3rd seed, right? Like,
I don't know. Sacramento's good.
Right, but the Pelicans could have had the Pelicans had the potential to do that.
All right,
they did.
So I just want Bo to make it because I think we all agree that either way the Pelicans get way better with Brunson. That's not even a discussion.
That could be another discussion. I disagree.
Okay.
Like as much as I love Brunson,
point.
Hold on, look. Much as I love Brunson, I'm a Knicks guy. Excuse me. Just like Dom said, we go too far with the Wembanyama. Sometimes we go too far with Brunson. And I'm a Brunson guy. I'm a Knick guy. Like we go too far. I'm sorry. He's 6 foot. It's guys at 6'2", 6'3", 6'4". I'm not. All right, let me finish because I'm starting to get aggravated.
Yeah, because the Pelicans. You go
watching Randall. The jig is up, Flea. He can't shoot. He has no handle. He's as strong as people say he is. He's not putting you on the block. I don't see basketball IQ. He's not a great rebounder. He's not a great defender. And I'm going to be honest. He never looks happy.
Body language.
Right. It seems like it's hard to play with a guy like that. I think if we don't make a move, we're going to be in deep trouble. Right now, we beat Atlanta because Atlanta is not a good team no more. But we see what Indiana did last night against Cleveland. There's teams on the come up that's younger, that have good players, that when we go against them, it's going to be close games. We don't have no great shooters. We don't have anything great. We don't have anything great. And I just think right now is an opportunity to make a move. If that news was right, at first I didn't like it, but now seeing him be with the motivation that he has right now, we have to make that trade. If it's real, if that was real news, if we can find a way to keep Barrett right now, Barrett's growing on me. Even though it's like fungus, he's growing on me. Right now, I like Barrett better than Randall. I'm sorry.
I don't like the body language from Joel Embiid either. Like, if we had to like do a body language radar like between him and Randall, I don't like either of their body language when they're out on the basketball court.
But Embiid is MVP and he's 30 plus on any given night.
I got
15 rebounds, dominant. That's all I'm saying.
I got it. Where you at with it, Fabian? Before I jump back in with this,
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. You share our frustrations. No, the hell you don't.
I do
like that. No, you don't.
I do share y'all frustrations.
No, you don't. There's no way.
I'm not about to kick our 2-time All-Star out the door now because he started the season like dog shit. I'm not doing that because it doesn't put us in a better spot. I want to get better.
You trying to get better and keep him? That's no.
That's what's wrong with us.
No. Hold on. You trying to get better and keep him? That's not possible. Not with this team.
That's fine. That's fine.
But contrary to how it's interpreted, I've always liked RJ Barrett better than Julius Randle. They never mixed together, ever. And
this is live. This is live. This is not pre-record. This is live. You're lying on live.
That's not
TV
true.
Right now.
I go back.
I ain't gonna lie. He always, me and him argue over Barrett all the time. He likes Barrett way more than Randle.
So why does he kick RJ's back in all the time now?
Because where was this years prior? He didn't come into any season playing like this.
All
this is
RJ
2 or 3 games.
Done is get better, Fabian.
It
Look
doesn't.
at the progression of this kid.
Wait a minute. He has not. Last year was awful. That game in Denver
was a bad year, but all the way up until last year before
that's not true. Okay, hold on. The year before
we added Jalen Brunson, all he did was get better.
That's not true because the year before Tom Thibodeau was at a press conference around Christmas talking about RJ Barrett needs to be in the gym every day like he was last year. He was not getting better every year. That's a lie. I don't know. I'm dog. We watching the same press conferences, the same games. Now, saying all that, and Randall has the better stats, I'm still watching the game, watching Randall make the worst decisions possible. And Albo was right about this. Josh Hart should never cross half court with the ball in their hands. That is fucking crazy. Ever. They should never make a decision past half court. Your job is to be a super high energy guy. You don't make the right decisions. That is bad basketball. You have all the talent in the world physically. Mentally, you're not there. You just don't do it. So when you tell me that we're going to get better by keeping him, no, the hell we won't. We get better if he plays a little bit better and we trade his ass for Embiid and then go after Siakam in the offseason. Slow-mo is there available in the offseason. There's a couple guys available in the offseason that we're not talking about. It's just we're not talking about these things. I don't understand. Oh, by the way, great point, all ball. We're all healthy right now. Every single player is healthy. I love how we just skipped over that. Everybody's healthy. What's the excuse? In the playoffs last year, first round, where was Randall? Hurt. Okay, when he came back, what happened? We were winning without him. So what is the reason for keeping him? What other 2-time All-NBA super duper star can we say that about like that? We can't. Brunson was the best player last year, not him. And currently it's RJ Barrett. So when is Randall, this best player of our team guy, going to show up? I don't see it.
Let me make a quick point. And this is why.
Excuse us, Don. We sorry. We having a Knicks moment. We apologize.
No, I'm enjoying it. You know how I feel about Randall.
This is why I understand why native New Yorkers get off the Knick bandwagon because of motherfuckers like you, right? We are some of the most ungrateful fans.
Yes, we are.
I've ever seen in my entire life. We are the most ungrateful fan base, dog. When I say this is the most relevant we've been in like 10 years, and we've come on here and dogged them for the last 15 minutes. We started talking about these guys at the 30-minute mark. We are at 43 and counting, and all we've done is dog these niggas because they're 1 and 2. I get it. I was trying to be the voice of reason, but I understand now. We just ungrateful, bro.
Fleet.
Last year, we go into the second round. We haven't seen the second round in the playoffs in forever. We haven't. We haven't been there hasn't been New York Knicks basketball that we look forward to in a very long time. We get this dude who wants to be here. Granted, everything y'all said about him is absolutely correct. He takes poor shots. He takes too long with the basketball. Like I said about Melo. Melo got the ball. He like massaging that shit, pounding that shit. Then he makes a move. I like a guy that gets the ball. He knows what he's going to do with it in 3 seconds or less, right? Either pass it, shoot it, or make a move to the rim, get to the foul line. Randall doesn't do that. The ball doesn't move. The ball stops with him. I understand all his flaws. My thing is, we move him. Okay, get the fuck out of here. Then what is my point? Because at some point, we got to start thinking about, okay, that's just not something easy you replace. However he got it. 25 and 10 is hard to replace. That's difficult to replace. So you're saying, okay, Brunson had a great year last year. But in the same breath, too, is saying, we jump out the window too much for Brunson. So now we're going to put all of that pressure on Brunson to be the guy to lead us in New York by himself at 6 feet. I don't think that's smart. That's all I'm saying. So if we're gonna do something, let's have a plan. If not, we can't just act like we just can't act like we haven't been pleased Knicks fans for the last 3 to 4 years. Like that, we can't act like that.
You want to see some more ball?
No, I want to hear Dom's take on how we just are berserk Knicks fans, but also what does Dom see after these 3 games? Just his opinion on the Knicks roster. Like, I really want to hear someone that's not a Knicks fan to just because for me, I'm always gonna be biased. I'm always, like I said, when I vouch for Randall and say he top 15 in this, because I'm a diehard Knicks fan. But when we have to be honest, it gets scary because when I'm watching, we all smart brothers. We all watch the game. He's not a good basketball player. I'm sorry.
That's really harsh. He's not a good basketball player.
No, all right. Let me ask y'all a question. All jokes
Just
aside,
said he was top 15.
I know.
Top 20 in the league.
Top 20 in the league.
Yeah, that's
top
what we
five,
do.
Top 5 in his position.
No,
What
but
do you
see,
think
then
Go ahead, Dom. No. Go ahead, Dom, because we've been going. Go ahead, Dom.
But, I mean, you guys know how I feel about Randall. I actually was a big advocate of him in LA, but he's as your second best player or 1A, 1B with Brunson, it's a second round team at best. I said this before the season, and I know it feels harsh me saying it with such authority, but I really think so because of everything Fabian said. I mean, I could even add on to it, but Randall's decision making, he's 25 and 10. It just doesn't feel the same as other guys 25 and 10 to me. I'm sorry. And I think you guys should consider moving off of him. But the thing is, as Fleece said, you got to have a plan. You can't just, trade him and get worse this season. And then now Brunson's struggling to make the plan. Like, that's just not going to be it. But I also don't know I see where Flea's coming from with the ungrateful Knicks fans. But I mean, the sad part is Dolan has been so bad for you guys that he's lowered the standard to the point where making to the playoffs twice and playing, like, let's be real, not well in either playoffs we should be so grateful for this guy. He's solid. Randall's not played well in the playoffs.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Or on an individual level. Level, yes.
I get the
fan base perspective. From a fan base perspective, being able to go to the Garden in late May matters. Like,
true,
it matters.
He hasn't done that either. But
right,
early May,
right, early May. Excuse me.
Still though, Randall. I mean, it does matter, but I just think the Knicks. The problem is the standard in the 21st century has been so bad because in the 20th century, Knicks are one of the best organizations in the NBA, top 10. You guys always had good teams, 70s mini dynasty kind of thing. But then obviously this era, you barely make the playoffs. So Randall, I mean, I see where Flea's coming from, but I think if the Knicks are going to be successful and continue this competing thing, then you'll end up getting better players than Randall. Like, I don't think that you guys owe him that much. You guys, if anything, let's be real. While Randall has given you guys some good years, look what the Knicks have done for Randall. Look what the fans have done for him, have elevated him so much. People weren't talking about this is the most popularity Julius Randle's ever had in his life.
Wow, good point.
We got to talk about the way New York builds stars too, and LA. Like, we give guys the ability to, like, Randall being the franchise player for the Knicks. Like, that's. I mean, to me, Randall has, from being a guy that I thought was never going to be an all-star, but always going to be a really solid player. This guy's the same guy who got injured in his first NBA game. I remember that as a Laker. And missed the whole season. Yeah. He's ended up having a pretty solid career. To be the man of a Knicks team that made the playoffs with no other stars, that's an amazing accomplishment, but this is who he is as a player. And to me, if you want to take that next step, either you have to move Randall or make him your third option, which would be like, but that would mean who you're going to get, right? Like, if it's Embiid, Randall, and Brunson, okay, now we're talking title contenders.
Don,
but can you do that?
Dom, imagine this dude not have any individual accomplishments in his time within being a Knick. Imagine him not make an All-Star team 2 times. Imagine him not be All-NBA selection 2 times. Imagine that not be. Imagine him being dog shit for the entire time he was here. What do you think these two guys would be saying about him then?
Oh, they would destroy him, but I think there's a big difference between not being that and all that and being dog shit. Like the first season you guys had Randall, that's what I thought you were gonna get out of him. Like 20 points on a bad team, pretty efficient. That was it. But then the fact that 2021 season was just crazy, and then now Brunson helped out.
Two says some of the best. I think that's the best take that you could give on the Knicks if you're a Knicks fan at all, wherever you are. We don't have anything great. Like that is like perfect. We could just put a bow. We could put a bow on it and move on if we really want.
I disagree with that.
Rim protection and depth. What about those?
Tell me what we have great. Tell me what we have great. Baby.
Mitchell Robinson is great at what he does.
So you have good rim protection. Yeah, I mean Isaiah Hartenstein and Robinson is a good.
I love Zeke. I love Zeke Hartenstein. Mitch Robinson is good. That's what we have great.
No. Mitchell Robinson is a great offensive rebounder, maybe the best in the game. He single-handedly changed the Cleveland Cavaliers series. Donovan Mitchell, all that stuff y'all were talking about Donovan Mitchell is dead. Primarily, 50. Hold on, you asked me a question. Who's great? He's great. There's no in between on that. Brunson wins us games. He's great.
He's not great. Listen, Mitchell Robinson might not start anywhere else.
Julius Randle is so bad that's what's bringing us down. He has an attitude problem, and on top of that, he has a self-awareness issue.
That's true.
Dom said Dom is saying he should be the third option. He should be no option. That guy should not have the ball in his hand.
And go see if we win games.
But how could
he has a self-awareness? That
guy
has a self-awareness issue. He's played well for almost 3 out of the 4 years he's been here. He's helped us be relevant. We wouldn't even be talking Knicks basketball without him. Dom is saying they propped him up to be some star. Thank God this nigga came here and actually took it and said, you know what, I'm going to try to step to this challenge. He could have ran from it and been completely.
No. You didn't. You just looked over the fact that he's playing well and we propped him up. That's what you're looking over. We respected the fact that he did all that. But what we're seeing is now it's second round, third round championship talk we're doing now. You're not ready for that. You're not ready for that. That's the bottom line.
Delusion. This is why
how is that delusional?
This is the rep that we get because of niggas like we are delusional.
How is it delusional?
We're called delusional Knicks fans.
Okay, but how is it delusional?
Go ahead.
Listen, explain to me what's delusional when we go, yo, we got to the playoffs. We're in the second round. Got you. Love this. The Atlanta series. Got you. Love this. Now we're here. Now we're ready to go past the second round. And all I'm saying is that, if he's going to be the lead guy, we got to rethink that. If we can replace him, you got to do that. If you can bring him to the bench, make him third or fourth option, like Dom is saying, for somebody else, of course you do that.
That doesn't make any sense. You're not going to bench your best player all of a sudden now and think you're going to win games. You're not going to do it. I'm not asking you.
Hold on,
I'm telling you, you're not going to do that.
But hold on, Flea. He's our best player by default.
So
I don't think he's better than Brunson. I don't think he's better than Brunson.
No. That's what I say by default. I don't like him.
Send the nigga home till we find a trade for him and see if we win games, y'all. Send him home. Bench the dude.
All right. So let me ask you a question.
Cut his minutes in half.
All right,
Flea. We win games.
All right, Flea. Let me ask you a question. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Hold on. Let me ask you a question.
You kidding me?
I would love to see us win games.
No, Fabian. In the regular season, you need him. If you want to stay afloat right now in the regular season, you need him.
Do it, and let's see if we even sniff the playoffs this year. Do it.
Listen, Flea. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You played the game at a high level. I didn't. You watched the game. When you watch Randall, is that good or bad basketball?
It's I wouldn't say it's bad basketball. I would say that it is poor decision making. I would say that he has the ball in his hands too much to make too many decisions. We have a guy in Brunson who should be making a lot more decisions than Julius Randle. That's what I think. I think we put the ball in his hands entirely too much in positions where he has to be the decision maker of what happens within the offense. He should be able to get the rock, like I said, and be put in position where it's 3 seconds or less. You shooting it, you passing, or you making a move to the rim.
Flea, listen. All right. This is my thing as a Knicks fan, right? Every team has a superstar, right?
I love you too.
or budding superstar. Our budding superstar for our team. Bad decision making, terrible handle, bad free throw shooter.
For his side, he's got a pretty decent handle. I'm not gonna lie. You don't think so?
I think he has a handle.
He can't really go right, but he's got some decent moves, man.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How many times we see Randall put the ball on the floor and it's either he kicks it or he can't get control of it.
Yeah.
Bad handle, bad free throw shooting. We don't even know if he can play defense or not. He ain't blocking no shots. He not a great rebounder. No, I'm being like
he's a pretty good rebounder.
Yes.
Look, no. Stay right there. Stay right there.
Yes.
Stay right there. Stay right there. He averages 10 rebounds a game. And far too often, we've seen it in the Minnesota game. Far too often, some way, somehow, he misses the big rebound that we need. So and this is not an accident. I'm not crazy. I'm not delusional, Flea. I'm not. And he does have a handle. Yes, he does. But why is he handling the ball for that long and making that kind of decision? His biggest strength is that he gets foul calls. It's unbelievable the amount of foul calls he gets. And he doesn't go to the basket and get it. Early on this year, the first game of the season, I said, damn, he's going to the basket. I like this. But after a while, it was 10 missed layups.
Stay right there. Let me ask a question. Stay right there. Two highlighted a lot of the flaws in Julius Randle's game. Stay right there. What does he do well? I'm just asking you. What does he do well?
I just told you. I think he handles the ball well. I think he is
skilled.
Else?
What else?
I think
he do one thing well.
What does he do well, too?
He play all 82.
Oh,
I'm being honest.
You reduced.
Yeah.
Two.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah. I was being a biased Knicks fan, Flea. Yes, I watch him. Flea. Can we all agree? Every time I make a Knicks tape, what do I always say? I do not like Julius Randle. I'm not a fan of Julius Randle. Even when I prop him up and say he's this and that, what do I always say? I do not like Julius Randle. We just stuck with him.
I just hate how you put him. You say this like you want to trade him though, and then all summer you're talking he's top 10 because of one season, man.
Multiple seasons.
Talking about I'm talking about all ball. You didn't even agree with it.
Once again, I'm gonna represent the all ball TV family.
Randall over Ant-Man. You crazy?
I'm the legal representation for the all ball TV family, and that's what we do, Dime. Don't tell us that we didn't prop. So that's exactly the point. Don't tell us that we didn't reward you for doing what you would do.
Please said that,
for completing that. No, okay, but both of you guys. I'm just talking to everybody. That's what we do. This is what New York is about. That's why when you win, Joe, I always say they talk about Joe Namath 60 years later. That's all us. We do that because we're crazy. Yeah, but he also did a guarantee. Bro, he won one Super Bowl, and that was 60 years ago. He was bad after that. He tore his knee up. We hyped that up.
The Jets have, though.
Yeah, but we haven't gone to the conference finals. And it's primarily because of his style of play. He makes bad decisions. That's all it negates. That's what the whole thing with Russell Westbrook is. You're making bad decisions. You're a super athlete. What's going on?
No, I understand. All ball though. I mean, just if you had Anthony Edwards on the Knicks, dude, you'd want to build him a statue outside Penn Station after the first week.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes, you would.
Can I just add? And this is what we do, right? We jump out the window. We have spicy takes. But we talk the game on a high level too. So it's a great mix of everything we do up here, right? Real serious question. We're 1-2 right now. First 3 games, Randall has looked, not good in any of the games. He hasn't looked good. Even the Atlanta game, he's an assist away from a triple double. But it didn't even feel like it because he just didn't shoot. He hasn't shot the ball well. 5 out of the next 6 games, we win 5 of the next 6 games. And Randall is over 48% from the field. He's averaging 25 plus a game. And we're on a 5-game winning streak. Are we coming back with the same energy that we have right now? Right? Okay. Are we coming back with, okay, we got to move him? Because it could swing, right? It's an 82-game season. It's a game of runs.
I'll respond. Great question.
Go ahead.
I would, and I'm explaining why. I'm just not a Julius Randle fan, bro. And right now, seeing the landscape of the NBA, if we going with all teams healthy, bro, we at the bottom of the barrel. What gets us over as Knicks, we play hard, we play tough. We got to play hard every game. But if we talking rosters, bro, we got guys that's supposed to be coming up. Josh Hart is a bench player.
Yes.
DiVincenzo is a bench player.
Yes.
Mitchell Robinson is a bench player. Like these
Depending
guys
on the team.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
These guys are not we don't have nothing great on our team. I'm sorry. I know I'm being a little harsh, but I'm being for real.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I love Brunson, if we go by point guards, are we putting Brunson top 5?
No.
I'm not. But I'm putting him in my top 10 though. But
all right, it can be arguable though.
Yeah.
Listen. All I'm saying is this: we love Brunson. What he did, listen, I commend him. I really like Brunson on the team. But if we're gonna take our fandom away and just talk seriously, Dame Lillard, Steph Curry, you got De'Aaron Fox, you got Ja Morant, you got what's the kid in Indiana?
Tyrese Halliburton,
You
Trae
got
Young,
Luka, you got
SGA.
Kyrie, you got Trae Young, you got SG. Like, we gotta be for real.
But I come from the day, and you come from the day of Chris Duhon and
Hold on,
Howard
you got
Isley.
Drew Holiday. No, I get what you're saying.
We come
Chris
from the
Duhon
day.
was okay though.
Hold on, Dom, because I know how you love. You can stick up for these guys in 1 second. Just hold on. Chris Duhon, Howard Isley, Nate Robinson. Like, we come from an era where our starting point guards we've watched weren't good.
But
We thought Raymond Felton was an all-star at one point. Like, come on, we have
not today, but Fleet. Those times when we had those guards, we could get away with that because the guards we was playing against wasn't what it is today.
You didn't get away with it with Chris Duhon. You guys weren't good.
Hold on.
It was an ass team.
But hold on. The guards we playing against today, these guys is athletic. They can shoot the 3. They bigger. They stronger. They faster.
But I don't think Brunson gets lost in the sauce. Anytime I see Brunson compete against
of
these top guys,
I agree.
He holds his own against anybody.
Right,
Again.
but my initial argument is if we put our Knicks hats to the side and we just go, okay, we're gonna name these players, we do not have a great roster. The Clippers have Kawhi, Paul George, Westbrook, and Zubac. No matter how I feel about Westbrook, I'm just saying if we going by the names and just what guys did, bruh, the Lakers got some teams have 2, 3 Hall of Fame / top 10 players on one team. Bruh, we are in trouble because we are relying on a Julius Randle that should not be a first or second option. Flea, I agree with you with that. Maybe a third option. But until we make one of those moves, I'm not saying do anything. No, if we can't make the right move, then we stay pat. But we have to look for the right move. And if it involves him, he has to go.
You always have to upgrade your roster. If you have the ability, I agree there, Fabian, and too. Like if you have the ability to upgrade your roster and the right pieces are out there, then you do it. Julius Randle's not untouchable. I'm just saying that he's not untouchable.
Flea, my last
go ahead.
If we exploring getting better, I do not want to hear the trade didn't go down because we didn't want to give up Julius Randle.
We held on to Julius because okay, I'm fair. I agree there. I can agree there. Absolutely agree there.
So all that bullshit you were talking right now was just
No, I just said let's calm down. That's what I said. I mean,
I'm sorry, I got a little too excited. I took over. I'm sorry.
No, it's Flea's fault.
Let's read some comments, huh, Fabian?
Fucking Giants lose, Dallas win. Come on, it's a horrific fucking day.
Be nice to they're asking us questions.
I'm sorry.
Be nice to our fans for once.
Thoughts
appreciate
on
the love,
man.
King Charles.
King Charles, thoughts on Chet and love the show.
Chet has been very impressive. I don't typically like Gonzaga players because of my Pepperdine bias, but Chet, I watched him play both games, and I saw the extended highlights of the Cavs game. This man, his defense and drop coverage was great. He was getting blocks, contesting shots.
That
like,
team is scary.
Yeah, he can attack closeouts. He can put the ball on the floor. They got 5 dudes that can dribble.
Dude, that OKC team is scary.
I just hope OKC keep them together. Sorry, go ahead, Don.
I was gonna say Jalen Williams from Santa Clara. He actually
baby Kawhi.
I was gonna look. He's better than Kawhi was in the beginning of his career.
Yeah, I mean, light years ahead of Kawhi.
But Kawhi's like ascendance is. I think he's improved more than any player I've ever seen in my entire watching NBA.
That's a good point because I don't think nobody's seen this Kawhi like him coming from where he came from and then beginning to San Antonio and then now he just Like his game just totally went from all defense to just offensively. When he's healthy, he's top 3 by far.
Yeah, no question.
If you had said in 2013 when he had missed those free throws in Game 6 that guy's going to average 30 points in a whole playoff run in a championship,
I'd have never said that.
Fuck. But anyway, point is, Jalen Williams from Santa Clara. I've been paying attention that he can actually play making the pick and roll, man. So they got 3 guys in their starting lineup that can play make and pick and roll. And the only thing is their depth isn't very good. Like their bench is a lot of young guys, but not many quality reserves to me.
Trey Mann is good.
Trey Mann is good. That Isaiah Joe guy can shoot the shit out of the ball.
Oh my God, can he shoot?
But their starting 5 is really good. And they totally stole the game from Cleveland. Cleveland was up by like 7 points with like a minute left, and they hit 3 threes in a row.
But yeah, if y'all haven't figured out, already, Jalen Williams is like my favorite young player. Like I love watching that kid play.
All ball. But my final thing. Trae Young will no longer after this season be in comparison with SGA after this year. SGA is unreal.
Okay.
He's so good, bro.
SGA is tough.
He's crazy, man. Some of the shit he does, it's unbelievable.
Once again, make the playoffs.
Don't make the play-in.
Let's see you. Let's see you.
Okay, he's gonna be a playoff team.
No. Hold on, y'all. Listen to what I'm saying. I agree. SGA right now, he's on his way. But I'm saying until you, for me, for you to take that mantle, I need to see you get in the playoffs. If not win a playoff series, I need to see you win a game or 2. Because as much as we want to downplay and disrespect Trae Young, up until these last couple games in the beginning of the season where he's not looked good, that little guy's getting in the playoffs and he's winning playoff games, averaging a double-double.
Trae Young overrated.
I'm a SGA guy, but Trae Young is overrated.
I'm just fucking with too.
No, I ain't responding to that because, like I said, that's one of my moves.
Yeah,
I like that.
I was just baiting.
Right now, you got a point. I can't even argue that. Right now, that's a good point.
But too, you know what? People ain't really done the due diligence to really look at what he's really done. Like Atlanta's been relevant because he's been there, but he is just grossly inefficient. Like a high volume shooter. Yeah, he was a high volume scorer, but he doesn't hit a lot of shots. Let me just say that.
He's a cone.
Huh?
And he's a cone, man.
And he's a fucking cone. Like,
he ain't the only. We ain't gonna do that. He's not the only cone. We ain't gonna do that.
When you compare to SGA, who's leading the league,
we ain't gonna do that.
But we're talking about Trae Young right now. We ain't talking about nobody. We're talking about the guy that is supposed to be this guy you keep talking about. There's more comments. I don't want to get caught. We want to show some love to people.
Go ahead, Fade.
I think he's overrated. I think he's like, if you're talking about a cone, he's he might be the worst defensive superstar ever in the history of mankind. Yeah, he's that bad on defense. Wow. Nah, he's that bad.
That sound personal, man.
Yeah.
I like no, it's not personal
because James Harden. What are you talking about? Nobody.
He's worse than James Harden.
You gotta be
Trae Young is
worse than James Harden.
He's worse than James Harden.
Show me passable when he tries. Show me a YouTube 3-minute clip of Trae Young just letting somebody go Olay. Show me that.
Hey,
it's probably out there too.
No, listen, James Harden. That got made in James Harden's 5th year. That might be actually. I don't know. Give it 1 or 2 more years, you might be able to make that compilation with Trae Young.
Bro, I've seen Trae Young get spun around like as great as he is, like moving on offense. I'm like, he can't be that bad.
Fellas, it's a video. Horrible. It's a video of James Harden where he literally let the person go by and was like this, and then the ball got inbounded and he just was still like no.
This video's of him letting the defender go by him. He'll score and he mad at his big. Like, yo, what happened?
Come on,
But I think Trae Young can try and it's still not good. I just think he's too small.
Right. I agree with that.
Like it's not what you're saying.
That's God.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. Come on, it's not my plan. It's God's plan.
I mean, I'm just saying that's God. DB,
Daniel B, appreciate you, man. Braun Bricks, he's going to run the NBA. I think he's talking about Wemby. Yeah. Listen, he will be up there for MVP at 25 years old. The body types are completely different. These tall guys from the past for Manute Bol were thick. Wemby's a toothpick. He's 210 at 7'4". Manute Bol was thick.
Two didn't like the thick. Nigga said thick toothpaste.
And he put the two C's on that.
We
thing
only
too.
say thick when it comes to women. We do not say thick
Nah,
for nothing else.
Your face was crazy.
Listen. It's either I like my women thick or I want my milkshake thick. We do not use thick for nothing else. But big shout out to you.
Yo, when the nigga said thick, your face was like, what?
He will be in the talks. I said this early on.
Yeah,
His
Bricks. That's
point
my guy,
guard-
Bricks. He definitely did.
Shout out to Bricks.
There's point guards that are 210 pounds and a foot shorter.
For sure.
He can score the ball on all three levels.
That's true.
I know it's
Yeah.
just opening week, but who are some players that you are unimpressed with? I think mine has to be RJ Barrett. He did not impress offensively. King Charles, you are dead wrong.
Yeah, I disagree
Yeah,
with
really?
that.
I don't know what you're watching, King
I
Charles.
would, on RJ Barrett's team, he's the most impressive right now. I would say Brunson and Randall right now is unimpressive. Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I disagree with that.
I'd say Scoot Henderson.
I expected more.
Yeah, pretty tough for him to play the Clippers first, though. That was a rough game for him. Westbrook was destroying him.
I expected more.
Westbrook destroyed who? How much he had that game, Dom? You keep
Henderson?
saying he destroyed somebody. No, Westbrook.
He had a double-double.
Well, no. How much points did he have?
13 points, 11 assists.
That's
Yeah, but
destroying
see, when-
somebody. All right. Dom.
Yeah, well, when you beat somebody off the bounce and you draw a second defender and get an assist, yeah, because they need help. They need help because they're getting blown by it. He killed Scoot Henderson.
Dom, you did not destroy nobody with 13 points, Dom. Stop, man.
No.
Well, he got destroyed yesterday. How about that? Or the other day.
By Utah?
And he played 39 minutes.
He wasn't at fault on defense like that. Scoot Henderson's getting destroyed one-on-one. You should go pull up the tape. All ball was fast asleep. I'm already knowing.
Okay,
But
no, I know. I don't sleep. I don't watch Westbrook. Ain't nobody staying up to watch no Westbrook. I'm watching.
Oh, shit.
Scoot Henderson had his hands
Two
full.
asleep. Two said you
Scoot
damn
Henderson
right
had his
on
hands
us.
full.
Yeah,
Trae Young is another answer to that, and then yeah, that's about it. Everybody else.
Oh no, you totally no. This guy,
Mikal Bridges had a rough start, but
Yes,
he's all
I
right.
expect
King
more from
Charles,
him.
I'm so
told y'all-
glad you brought this up. Go ahead, please. I'm sorry.
No, I told y'all that Mikal Bridges would be an all-star this year. That looks shaky right now.
oh, give it. I think you'll still be right though.
Okay, hopefully. Because you see who got all up in the screen just now because he's looking at me. He like, I remember when you said
another guy people are too high on. I'm sorry.
I just like him for what he is. I think he plays
You had
defense.
the Nets ninth
3-and-D guy.
or eighth, didn't you? Oh, you had him sixth or something.
I'll say this though, real fast. The team that has like highly impressed me, and I think every player I play could talk about 2, 3, 4, 5 players on this team. The Detroit Pistons have have impressed me to an extreme level. Jalen Duran is
a bull.
The goods. He's the goods.
They tough.
The goods.
He's strong, man.
He's
I hate
the
that jersey,
goods.
by the way.
Yo, they messed my ticket up yesterday.
Yo, too. That team, and I love the fact that Monty Williams gets the opportunity to coach this team.
Yes.
That team is the goods, man. K Cunningham looks great. Duran looks great. Jaden Ivey looks great. Asor Thompson looks
They're gonna be
great.
all right over there.
They're gonna be fine too. They're gonna be just fine. I like that. Isaiah Stewart, the nut who's about to kill LeBron.
Yeah,
he looks great.
I'm happy he's still. Let me just say this. Big shout out to him. I'm happy he's still in the league. I'm happy they didn't overreact and kick that young man out the league. Yeah. I'm happy he's still in the league because that could have went far left.
That could have went left.
And his career could have been done.
Yeah, that could have went left.
Big shout out to him for getting that under control. Big shout out to the NBA for not exaggerating the situation and giving him a second chance. And that young man now is coming along. You don't hear nothing about him. Big shout out to him and the Detroit Pistons. Yes, Flea, I'm glad you said that.
I just want to take a second to shout them out. They've looked good thus far.
Breaking news: Draymond Green will start ahead of Chris Paul on Sunday. So CP3 is coming off the bench.
Yo, I told everybody he was.
Let's see how long it. Let's see how it goes. We got to see how he's okay
if you're watching, Bleez, we tried to tell you, Bleez. We told you, Bleez.
Come on, man. Thank you.
Let's see how long it lasts, though.
That speaking of being impressed, Flea, got to be impressed with CP3 with the second unit. With Golden State, that was amazing. They've been playing really well. But I want to go. I'm glad King Charles asked, "Who have you been?"
I'm not impressed with CP3, Fabian.
I only watched the first game and not the second. I heard
we don't get a chance to talk about it now. I'll call you later. But I got a lot of bad things to say about CP3.
He's 80 years old.
Off the bench.
Well, good.
Now
But
he is. Hopefully,
Get off
yeah.
of it. Dime said something last week, and I was like, I gotta look because I don't know if Dime is right. You know, I'm talking my shit, but Dime was absolutely right. He has to get off of it. He gets that thing and he's pounding it, and he's pounding it, and get off of it. Get off the shit. Find the next man. Let's get the offensive rolling.
He only know what he know.
And I agree with you too. I agree with you, but it looks so weird.
We're going to
having
state.
him pounding and Steph is moving and Clay is like this. He's ready, and you know what I'm saying. It looks weird with him holding it for so long. Get off that shit, man. Get the guys involved. Like he was getting Kuminga in good spots. Like I was liking that, but everything else, it's like
let me say this for y'all go to the next or whatever. Phoenix need to find a way to get him back over there.
Nah.
Coming off the bench, they need a point guard, man. Y'all can say that all y'all want.
Maybe, but not. See, they tried that last year. He was.
They didn't have Bradley Beal.
Yeah, but I like CP3 with the second unit now, the first unit. I'm glad you pointed that out, fully.
That could work. I think in closing though, it's going to be interesting, right? Like,
but I got a guy who Phoenix should take a look at. But if we're not staying there, we could keep going. But I got a guy that Phoenix should take a look at.
Well, it's too early to be harping on School Henderson and be unimpressed with him because it's his first 2-3 years ever, 2-3 games ever. Right. So I'll go to his teammate. DeAndre Ayton should be ashamed of himself. Everything that Devin Booker has said on the low, there's a good YouTube clip of him where they talk shit to each other and they pick up on what they were saying to each other.
Yeah, I see that. I heard that.
I've seen it.
DeAndre Ayton, everything that we've ever heard about you, being soft, a bum, everything. That's what you are. You should be ashamed of yourself with that team. You have every option, every opportunity in the world to be the number 1 draft pick. You are now going to go in the Ola Wakandis of the world, Sam Bowies of the world, of bus. Pause. This is horrendous behavior by a number 1 draft pick.
I feel bad for Billups, man. I feel bad for Chauncey over there, man.
And we're not even talking about your off-season antics. You ain't Zion to be. He ain't Zion to be going crazy like that with the you know who's. He ain't Zion to be playing like that.
Listen, Fleet. Listen, I feel big shout out to Chauncey Billups, man. You ain't have a shot since they got you over there, bro. I hope he get out of there and go to a better situation, man. Seriously, man.
4 points in the debut. Now, guys have bad games. Cool. He has every opportunity to be dominant in that space right now. You got a young guard. You got a really budding coach, right? That wants to coach you. It's not like Chauncey he wants to coach you to be great. Yeah, I'm cool on Ayton. I'm cool on him.
I'm just saying it would look a little more gangster if you dropped 40 and you were combing some porn stars hair like that on camera, bro. Like that's all I'm saying.
Yo, what's going on in the comments, man?
I think at his best, if he finds like 30 pounds, Wemby can be a combination of Durant and Giannis, which would be amazing, but he isn't there yet.
I was gonna say AD and KD hybrid.
Stratos. That first of all, your name is amazing. Stratos Diakonis Iorakis. I love you. Your name is amazing.
You definitely will have a job saying names. I'll tell you that.
Stratos.
Beat that name up, pause. Oh my God.
He's in here consistently. He's showing love.
He does. We're not saying now. I mean, Wemby needs to find 30 pounds. They said about Durant. I don't think he needs to find 30 pounds. He just needs to play within his game. Play towards your strengths unapologetically. That's my beef with Randall Fleet. Yeah. He's always crying and apologetic about your game. Go out there. Russell Westbrook is unapologetic about his game.
What's going to help Wembanyama is the way the game is played today. If Wembanyama puts a move on Joel Embiid is going to put himself back in the park and he's going to try to go back at him. He's not going to even put him on the block. So Wembanyama is in the league at the right time. He ain't got to worry about Paul's banging with nobody, Flea. Mm-hmm. The only person that might put him on that block is the Joker.
But I'm just we'll have to revisit it in a couple of years.
Okay. I'm glad Flea brought up Detroit though. That is the front line I want to see against Wemby. Those are tough.
I like
dudes
that.
Up there.
I like that matchup better than seeing them against Denver. They're gonna get their fucking ass kicked.
Like Durant, Stewart, Wiseman, all those guys Detroit has right now.
Can we just say how far ahead of the pack. Denver Nuggets look right now in the West. Like it's just
They
no one
just
even
smoked.
close, bro. There's
They
no one
just
even
smoked.
close.
They
Next
just smoked the
man,
Thunder.
next
The
man
way
up.
they play, I'm just saying, not even
they
the
do
results.
not
The
look
way
like
they
they
play.
miss Bruce Brown or Jeff Green. Next man up. Them dudes is flowing. They playing. I love it.
I'm not impressed.
Yeah, because you had, you got to stick with that. What you had him 8th or something like that?
7.
I'm not impressed.
Right. Yeah, so
Hold on.
And
Where'd
it's
you
not,
have?
it's not,
you got to
it's
go
not-
out on your shit.
It's not hate. It's not trolling. It's not like being blind. I just don't think that they've gotten much better to where other teams are just going to continue to get better. I'm not. We're going to see.
The thing is,
Wait.
I may have to agree with you. They may have not gone better. To me, they were just so much better than everybody else. No one's caught up.
Hold
They have
on.
Jokic and Murray.
Fabian, I could tell you.
That's a big piece, Paul.
I could tell y'all who got much better. We can go right into that. The Milwaukee Bucks with Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
How many games have they played? 1, right?
And that's all I need to see. And
That
I'm
was
going
an
to tell
amazing
y'all.
debut. That was an amazing debut.
They probably play tonight, right? Fabian, who's on the slate
Yeah, they
tonight?
should be playing tonight.
They should be
Yeah,
playing tonight.
And I'm going to tell y'all this. Let me set
Atlanta
this off,
in
please.
an hour.
Oh, yeah,
Pretty good
beautiful.
game.
That's going to be another game. They're going to look beautiful. Damian Lillard to Milwaukee Bucks is the biggest move in the NBA this season. Now, the Bucks have a closer, a guy that can make free throws, a threat soon as you get across half. And if Giannis Antetokounmpo is smart, get out the way, bro. Get out the way.
Well, first game he did.
Get out the way.
I mean, that's exactly what he did against Philly.
Thank you, Fleet. And it just goes to show you, yeah, I'm tough on Giannis. But what I always say, his mindset, his mental, he wants to win by any means necessary. I'm not playing with y'all. I'm not practicing with y'all. I'm not doing no fake loves and hugs with y'all. I got a guy on my team that can take us to the promised land. Let me get out the way. Now Damian Lillard, Flea, Dom, Fabian, he has his crew. You know how you go out and you go out with some guys you never met, and then y'all get into a scuffle, but those ain't your guys, so it don't go as planned. But now you say, wait till I roll with my guys, the full sportsmen. Now Damian Lillard got the backup like Curry had, like Kyrie had, like all the great point guards had that. We gonna see. I'm telling y'all right now, the Milwaukee Bucks in the next 3 years have an opportunity to win the next 2 championships. I'm telling you. And when they do that, the Giannis, the Damian Lillard, those lists, it's gonna get ugly in these streets, Flea.
I love Dame in Milwaukee. I love the fact that Giannis doesn't have an ego, right? Both of them two guys look like they don't carry ego with them, but they are superstar level players, right? It's hard. You very rarely see that, going together. Guys that are superstars and don't have an ego. I think that that's like a match made in heaven. These two guys that are like dogs that just are dedicated to the game of basketball. They want to win. They're not really chummy with a lot of these niggas. You know what I'm saying? They don't like
both
everybody.
Same mindset.
Right,
yes.
Right, Dom? Like they don't like everybody. They don't want to hug. They don't want to fraternize. They not bigging it. You know what I'm saying? Dame is a rapper. He ain't got a lot of people on tracks with him. He ain't rapping with niggas either.
Yep.
Right? Like he ain't doing this. So it's it was great to see Giannis not have the pressure of being the best defender, being the best passer, being the decision maker, being the leader, being the galvanizer. Like Giannis had to do everything, and he did it. He was able to win a championship, right? So that says something about his greatness. But to be able to bring a guy in who can now close, who I can now rely on to hit big shots, who I can rely on if I'm not shooting the ball well, because there's going to be nights where Giannis struggles from the field. And you're going to be able to toss Dame the rock, and he going 2 or 3 possessions where it might give you a second win. You might turn around a bad shooting night because Dame is just hot, and vice versa. We've seen Dame come out cold, and Giannis get to the rim. You see your teammate put niggas in the rim 3 or 4 times. You're like, woo, okay, that gives me my second win. So I just like the marriage between the two. It is only one game, so there's about 81 more to go so we could see what the rest looks like. But right now, it looks amazing. I thought they was going to lose a step on defense. I thought they looked pretty good. They're still trying to figure that out. I think, playing against Philly, you got an opportunity to see what you would look like against a halfway decent team. And Maxey got off, right? So they're going to try. They have to figure out what they look like on the defensive end because Maxey looked great against them. Last point with them, having Damian Lillard, I think the biggest positive that he adds for them is allowing Chris Middleton to come into form. He gives them an opportunity he doesn't have to ramp it up too fast because I got to be here next to Giannis to be able to support Giannis. Now I could be the third best player, get in shape. You know what I'm saying? Get my feet up under me. And, when they get rolling, they're going to be a tough out. For me, the East goes between Boston and Milwaukee. So.
Ready, Dom?
No, I have nothing else. I was just going to ask, are you guys a little worried how little Chris Middleton played that first game?
He's injured. Coming off injury.
Yeah.
That's why
He
Damian
got injured again?
That's what Dame.
No.
That's why Dame is there though. I don't care. That's the purpose of having Dame there.
No,
so
I know.
Chris Middleton
You're
has
saying for the end of the season, but it's so far away. I'm wondering if Chris Middleton can still be an all-star level player like he was. Like last season, we were wondering that, and in the playoffs, he actually showed up.
Yeah. But what if he gets healthy? They showcase him, and then by the All-Star break, this thing looks different. They move him.
But also, Flea, that's a great point. But also, the other side to the coin is you have Dame and Giannis to carry the load. Because remember, they just got to get in the playoffs. And then you let Chris Middleton get healthy.
Yeah.
Remember, now, you got to remember, Drew Holiday, as great as he is defensively, offensively, Damian Lillard is a juggernaut compared to that. So now you have two guys that can carry the season for you, that can still be a 1, 2, 3 seed, still get home court advantage, possibly. And then now you let Chris Middleton get healthy. I mean, to me, Dame and Giannis right now, that's it. I don't care. Everything else to me is irrelevant.
What you got,
I like what Flea said. Who would you trade Middleton for? Because that's a really interesting thought. He plays well for 15 straight games, and they're like, yo, you know what?
Why would you? If he's playing well, though, why would you trade him? He already knows his role. He's not going to do too much.
Same reason why you traded Drew Holiday. You changed the whole identity of the team. Giannis put everything on the line this summer. He said, I need to change. They did it. He signed for 3 years. Now, Middleton is a tough trade because they came in drafted the same season, if I'm not mistaken. They grew together. So it'll be tough for him, but you just changed the whole identity of the team with Drew Holiday leaving. You brought in Dame Lillard. This is way more offensively inclined. So who do you go with as has to be a two-way player at the minimum?
Right. If you can't,
who do you go with?
I'll throw this out there. There you go. A rental right there. His deal is expiring. 2, you read my mind. Like, expiring deal. Middleton has already signed that extension, I believe. So he's still under contract. So if once he gets over to Toronto, Masai don't really got to do nothing. If you're not going to re-sign Siakam, you want to get something for him. So why not get an all-star back for him who is a elite shooter? I mean,
I'm trying to get younger in Toronto. If I'm trading Siakam, I would probably try to get younger, not get Middleton. And plus, do you think Siakam would be too on the ball in Milwaukee for what they have? Because Middleton's much better in terms of just catching and shooting.
I think Siakam gives you just another look in terms of versatility, being able to guard some other guys. Now you take some of that off of Giannis, and they're already going to be a different defensive team by losing Drew. Right, you don't stop. You don't
definitely
stop
a better
the deal.
two-way player than Middleton. For sure.
You got to get Dame. Like, you don't stop that deal. Go get Dame. But now, for what you lose defensively with Drew Holiday, you got to add that somehow, some way. Jay Crowder ain't the same defender he was 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So
at all,
you can replace him with Pascal, and then I might say Milwaukee's a lock.
But Flea, I honestly think, I think Milwaukee should just stay pat. I think they made the move they needed. Mm-hmm. I think you just let Middleton get healthy. Right, that's not. Ain't nothing wrong. He's run a chip with them, and like I said, once he's healthy, the way he can spread the floor and knock down the whether it's the 3 or the 2 with him and Dame together healthy, that threat is going to be out of control. Which now you can't really double team Giannis.
Can't double nobody.
Right. So I just think. Just let him get healthy. I think Giannis and Dame can hold it down.
Yeah.
Let him get healthy. That's all.
I definitely understand that, but I'm just asking, So staying pat is not risky. The risk would be Middleton's injury, cool, his health. But once Felice said that, and also you reminded me, the championship window with Dame is 2 years. You got 2 years, definitely in my mind, that you can win a chip. The next 2 years, I'm not surprised if they win back to back. Not surprised they compete for a back to back. If you trade Middleton for Siakam, you basically guarantee that because Middleton's health is in jeopardy, and he's very streaky. He's very streaky for his strength is to score. But Siakam, they're bringing that defense. And if you have Siakam, Brook Lopez, and Giannis, is that a better defensive team than when you had Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday there?
That might be one of the best defensive front courts in the league.
Siakam is underrated, man. Watching him the other day against Philly, listen, man, that boy could play, man.
Yeah,
and then you have Dame and Giannis and Brooklyn on the offensive end. I think the whole point of this is getting 1 or 2 championships and getting there and giving yourself the most chance possible to win. And that's, you wouldn't want to trade him, but I think that's a different level. And like for me, that's like a all-time team.
Siakam would be a rental though, meaning you get him, his deal expires, you'd have to pay him over the summer. Now do you want the onus on you to have to pay that dude? Because he's going to demand some money. And I don't know what the market looks like for him right now.
Easy 200. He going to get 200.
Right, easy 200. So now you're going to be strapped. Giannis just got the extension, right?
But Flea, that ain't a bad strap though. If Giannis just signed 3 years and then you signed Siakam for 4 years, I'm just saying.
And now Dame is still under contract, right?
Right,
Dame is good.
Right.
Okay.
So you got 3 years with that. With those 3. Listen, that's why I remember I first said this. I said in the next 4 years, I said Milwaukee can wind up winning 2 more championships. So remember when Golden State went on that run, they kept picking and popping and you know what I'm saying? So Milwaukee, they already made that move with Dame.
Yeah.
Let's see now what happens, but to me, they can't go wrong either way. It's either let Middleton get healthy or you make the big trade. But the trade has to definitely be an upgrade for Middleton. It can't be no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
And Adrian Griffin, the Milwaukee Bucks head coach, previously coached where? Toronto with Siakam. So this is not like far-fetched, in my opinion. I just love the idea of it. I want to get to some comments. Go ahead, please.
No, just another outlier. Our guy, who we was super high on, he had 50 the other night. Zach LaVine in Chicago, and he had 50 in a loss against Detroit. I'm bringing him up only because DeRozan and LaVine going to be available soon. Like I would say in the next month or two. Like they'll be.
Can somebody please say how long a person been talking about Zach LaVine? It should have been a Nick.
You have. I was opposed to that. I'll be honest. I said 2. You bugging. I did. You've been saying that, but those 2 guys will be available. That's something else that Milwaukee could look at in terms of if they want to add, what I'm saying, trades that add something to there. So, aside from Siakam, there's some things that if you're not convinced that Middleton can get back to what he once was, there's some stuff out there that you could go take a look at and put you in a decent position.
Zach LaVine is under contract until player option 26-27. Year 27, he's a free agent in 2027. He's about to make $48 million a year. What else with them? I forgot what I was gonna say about that. You want to get to the comments first before we go to the last topic?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I'll get to the newer comments and go back up. Hi, Joker. Go easy on my Clippers so they can win a title too. Salute, fellas.
Peace, Joker.
Eastside Beloved. What's up, Eastside Beloved? Definitely a great defensive team.
Some of the New York. You talking about New York or talking about Milwaukee?
I think some of Milwaukee because that was a couple minutes ago.
He's throwing shots. You see, he throwing shots at the Knicks. Oh man, this is crazy.
What at Go Highlights?
No, that's dumb. You know damn well he wasn't talking about the Knicks, dumb.
Dwight Howard thought some centers were Straddles.
That was good. That was funny.
All ball slave.
2 over there like, no, we not calling no niggas thick. We not doing it.
Some dudes are. Some dudes are apparently. They get sued for
What
it.
Dave Chappelle said, I plead the fifth.
The fifth, man.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all balls slammed Steph for so-called giving up his spot to KD, but hyping up Giannis for doing it to Dame. The hypocrisy is wild. I don't think Giannis gave up his spot for Dame.
Right.
No.
He did the same thing.
Curry,
Shout out to Corey P. Real quick before you go to
yes.
Just to
KP.
I'm throwing you a little bail, bro, because the
Big
only
shot.
reason you talk about that is when we talk legacy, when we talk, how things shook out and all of that type of stuff. We don't never downplay Steph for allowing. I don't even think he allowed. Kevin Durant was going to be great regard. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Durant.
Curry did not allow KD to do anything. That was going to happen.
That was going to happen. That's what I'm saying. So I don't think, you don't kill Steph for that. You just say, hey, listen, KD is just better than Steph. And so when he came in, it was just, it is what it is. So
exactly.
Yeah, I feel you though, Corey. I thought about it for a second, but I got to throw my guy to some bail.
Also, Dame has not been in the best player in the game conversation ever. Like Giannis, Steph Curry have.
Oh, you said Dame.
KD. Dame is not. Giannis is not. I know he said this is Dame's team now. Giannis is being just the cool customer that he is.
No, he not. Why? He ain't like that. He's speaking his mind. He know, bro. When you know what you get, you gonna speak on it, bro.
So this is Dame's team now.
Yeah. Okay. You gonna see. Y'all gonna see. Yeah. He showed it the first game. Get that young man the ball and get out the way. It's a fact.
They're lucky I'm not on the team because I got an ego as big as T.O. Okay.
I don't want to play on your team.
Yeah. When Dame don't ever win a chip, it's gonna be hilarious. I don't know why you're hating on Dame. That's crazy.
See?
Damn.
My bro just quoted Malcolm X to describe Giannis' mentality. Oh, these comments must be crazy. Promised Land. He said his Dame team after game 1. Bucks aren't better than the Celtics. Yes, they are.
They right there.
Bucks are better than the Celtics.
I
don't think they're right there. I don't think the Celtics got better.
I
don't think they got better. I think they're the same team. And it all rides on whether Tatum can take it to what Booker did last year. Focus for the 2-3 rounds in the playoffs. That's what it all relies on. Everything else does not matter to me.
Tatum's gonna win MVP this year.
Hey, Fleet, Dom, Fake, Boston, they're gonna shoot themselves in the foot. They should have traded Jaylen Brown for Damian Lillard. That should have been the trade. Boston problem, I've been saying it until they break those two up, because one of them cannot do nothing until the other one is gone. Tatum is not going to become the super duper star he's supposed to be until Jaylen Brown is gone. Mark my word. If they don't win a championship this year, you got to break them up. Sorry.
I think
you've been consistent with that.
Yeah.
You've been consistent with that.
Well, how can't you be like, did you see did you see the game? With the first Boston game? Yeah. Tatum looked like the third option. Third, fourth option with Porzingis out there.
Bruh.
He had 35 that night. He did not look like
I'm not Tatum.
Brown.
Jaylen Brown was
terrible. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Jaylen Brown, yeah. He looked like it was clunky. It's like, damn, like Mitchell Robinson made him go left and he stood. I was like, and he lost the ball.
But then the next night against Miami, they look like a completely different team in terms of versatility, in terms of how they can come at you. Derek White is a shot maker and a defender. Like, the team is different. The team is different, yes. But the pieces that they added and the guys that they elevated are going to make them exponentially better. Adding Drew Holiday, elevating Derek White, and getting a rim protector and creating space and a space creative like KP, I don't think that they got worse. Everybody keeps talking about they lost Time Lord. Go back and look and see how many games Time Lord played in the regular season. He was not very healthy over the last 2 seasons. He just wasn't. Losing Marcus Smart, yes, hell of a leader, hell of a defender, but I think you completely replace him and everything he did with Drew Holiday and Derek White. We won't even miss Marcus Smart this year for Boston.
Shit, you can see now you ain't missing him.
Yeah, at all.
And he looks awful in Memphis. They
Yeah,
they
well,
got
he got to wait
400.
for Ja. You
Does
can't,
he?
don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah,
to him.
and
You
they're
gotta
0
wait.
3. They 0 3 right now.
Yeah, but let's not.
They're not good.
No. Steven Adams is not there. John Moran is not there. Don't do that.
Brandon
Okay,
Clark not
but
there. A
okay,
lot of guys
if you
out.
Don't do
okay,
that.
so what happened? Okay, but we're talking about a player. If you're nice like that,
Oh,
you're gonna show up.
He's not
Bruh.
nice like that. He's just a good
Marcus
role
Smart,
player.
Marcus Smart's not moving
bro,
the needle
Marcus
without
Smart is good when he got the guys next to him.
without
Don't
without
do
their
that.
best players. Then he's not.
What
he's
am I
not-
He's still been scoring in double figures every
You
game,
trying to
though.
make it seem like he's a number one option or something?
Drew Holiday is still Drew Holiday no matter where he's at. That's my point.
Drew Holiday's a
good
much
grade
better
player.
basketball
Drew
player.
Holiday's
than
a
Marcus
better
Smart.
Okay, then
basketball
that's
player
what
than
I'm
Marcus Smart.
saying. Marcus Smart was
So you
overrated
telling
in
me?
Boston.
So
He
you
made a lot of
telling me?
mistakes.
Hold on. So you telling me Drew Holiday right now in Memphis, without all the pieces, they're going to be successful?
No, but I think they'd be
Man.
better than with Marcus Smart because I think Drew's is better at basketball than him.
Oh,
Drew
my
Holiday
God.
in
He's
Memphis
He's not better than
right
He's
now.
not better at basketball than Marcus Smart.
I don't know.
What?
Yes,
What?
yes.
No,
Who
I'm not
doesn't know?
agreeing with that.
Okay.
I know.
No,
Yes,
I'm not
he is.
agreeing with that. No,
I know. Yes, he
What?
is.
no.
Since
no.
when? I think you were high on Drew
No.
Holiday. What happened to your big
Bruh,
fan of Drew Holiday?
nobody went crazy for Drew Holiday like this until he won that shit. Stop it. Marcus Smart is a solid player, defensive player of the year. Stop it. Stop.
Maybe you didn't.
Stop.
Are we talking about that? Are we talking about the same guy that made your boy Damian Lillard look the fool in
Right.
2018 and got him swept
they-
as the higher seed
And they traded him for Damian Lillard. How about that?
after winning a ring, my friend?
Yeah,
Drew Holiday always
I
gonna have
know.
that. I'm not comparing him to players, but I'm saying that your point was that nobody had talked about him after the ring. Of course, they elevated his status, but with New Orleans, when he was healthy, he was still very good. And in that playoffs, he literally made CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard look terrible.
Don, Two never fails to do this shit. I thought we was gonna get through a show where he did not freaking confuse the shit out of me.
Y'all
Wait a
acting like
minute.
Marcus Smart is not a good player.
We're not acting like that too, but to say that Marcus Smart
I'm acting like that.
is as good as Drew Holiday is not right.
One's a star
No.
twice, and
I
one could have
disagree.
been an all-star other
I
times, and
disagree.
one's never
No,
been a star,
I
never going to be a
disagree.
star.
You can't go
I
off on
disagree.
a rant or forever about Julius Randle and not notice Marcus Smart makes a lot of the same mistakes on offense, throwing the
Marcus-
ball away, holding the ball when he shouldn't, making decisions when he shouldn't, grabbing the ball when he shouldn't. It's horrible. He literally lost the series to Milwaukee.
Marcus
Is-
Smart won a
damn
Defensive
near.
Player of the Year award, and now he's the best thing since sliced bread.
Is-
That,
all right, so
I
with
didn't
the-
agree with.
Was
I
he
didn't
the
agree
heart-
with that. Drew Holiday
Was he
should
the
have won.
heart? Was he the heart and beat of that Boston Celtics?
Yeah, you could say
Yes,
Was some of that success? Did he have a part in that?
that. 100%.
yes.
Conference finals. All right. So what are y'all making it seem like he's just dirt?
No,
I'm
he's
saying
good.
he's not
Drew
Drew
He's
Holiday
not
Holiday,
dirt,
and
but he's
he's
not
not
as
night
good as
Drew
and
Drew
day.
Holiday is not that much
He's
better
not
than
as
the-
good as
he's
Drew
not-
Holiday.
I
He's
disagree.
way better than
I
Marcus
disagree.
Smart.
He's
Yeah.
definitely
He's not
better.
way better. All right. I don't.
Yeah,
He's a
it's like head
star.
and shoulders. It's head and shoulders.
And
Wow.
I'm saying that, and I'm saying that I don't think they're that much better because they lost a lot with Time Lord and depth and all that in the middle.
Yo,
He
oh,
had.
I'm my bad. Keep going.
No, go ahead.
Is Marcus Smart better than DeJounte Murray?
Here he go. Here down go. He about to
What?
line him up.
You ain't lying
That's
to me.
close.
Yeah.
No,
well,
I'm not letting
I
him, now,
think-
I don't have anything planned. I'm just asking if you think he's better.
I think he
That's
is.
close.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I like
Marcus
DeJounte
Smart's
Murray.
better than Dejounte Murray.
What has DeJounte Murray done? Like,
Let me
all
ask you a
jokes aside-
question.
Can't be
Let me
serious.
ask you
No,
a
no,
question.
wait,
He's not
Flea. No,
serious.
wait,
He's not
Flea.
serious.
Wait, Flea. Wait.
He's not serious.
These two guys here on the top. Pause. Tell me what DeJounte Murray has done.
He
He
destroyed
made
the
the
Miami
All-Star
Heat
team.
championship.
He took his
That's
team
what
to
I
the
wanna
play-in
ask
as the best
Marcus,
player.
will Marcus Smart ever be recognized as one of the best 24 players in the league?
He'll never even be considered.
DeJounte Murray won't be neither, Flea.
He made
He
the All-Star
was,
team.
though.
He's
though.
there. What are you talking about? He's in
He
everybody's top
was,
25 except
Y'all-
yours. But
y'all
Marcus Smart is in your top 25.
Hold on. No, hold on. Y'all telling me, hold on. This got to be a show for another day. Y'all telling me DeJounte Murray is top 25 player in the league?
I
I
wouldn't
said
put him
he's
there.
been
No,
at one
no.
point
I'm asking y'all. Forget what
Yes.
everybody.
Yes.
Please, you got to be your top 25.
right now, currently.
Yes.
I'm not going. I know.
Yeah.
I know that. I
Oh,
know that.
man, your
Yeah.
man started.
And you
Oh,
wanna-
why you stuttering, man?
No, because
Yes.
you want a direct answer. I don't know.
A Dime, he top 25
Top
right now?
25. I'll have to think
Nah.
about that.
But
Thank
I think
you.
his All-Star appearance was deserved. He was top 24
Yeah,
playing
I'm
in
saying
the
at
season
one
at that
point.
time. And he's not
So-
gone any worse.
So that matters. At one point, he was considered one of the top 24 players in the league. I'm
Dude.
asking you, is Marcus Smart ever been considered one of the top 24 players in the league?
No, but no. But Dom asked me a question. He said, right now, is so-and-so better than so-and-so?
Mm-hmm.
Marcus Smart right now is better than y'all said he's top 25 in the league. And I said, no, he's not. So just like Marcus Smart isn't, DeJounte Murray is not no fucking top 25 in the league. Get out of here with
That's
that.
fine. That's fine. I'm just saying
That's
Marcus
fine.
Smart's never
But the
going to be
fact
considered a star.
Right. The fact
And DeJounte Murray ain't gonna never be considered no star.
He was already an all-star.
he was already.
He was.
Because you're an all-star now. You're all right. Y'all win.
Okay, but
Y'all
in Drew
win with
Holiday's
that.
case,
Go ahead.
That's
no,
everything to do with stardom.
In
Y'all
Drew
win.
Holiday's
everything.
case, he's made the All-Star team twice and probably could have made it more. Drew Holiday. So it's this different
Okay.
level than
Come on,
Smart.
Two.
Yeah,
Come
okay.
on, Two. We're
Nah.
not gonna do this. We're
Nah.
not going to.
I didn't say Drew Holiday wasn't better. Y'all
Right.
saying it's head and shoulders right now. I'm saying it's not. That's all I'm saying.
It's
Marcus Smart in the last 4 years have been to conference finals and have been to finals, and he was part of the reason. It wasn't just only Tatum and Brown. That's all I'm saying.
I think you say the same. Drew Holiday is the piece that got a team over the hump.
Okay,
Like
no,
he
right.
was the piece.
yes, but Flea, remember, I agree Drew is better, but I just don't agree it's head and shoulders like that. That's all I'm saying.
For me, it's head and shoulders. But
I mean,
Okay.
for me
Yeah.
too. For me,
I
too.
think it,
Right.
I think it wouldn't be if Marcus Smart wasn't making those bad decisions. Like he would be in that same category, but he makes a lot of bad decisions.
Drew Holiday makes bad decisions too offensively.
If Jason Tatum
think
get
he-
hurt,
I think-
if Jason Tatum get hurt in that
Go back
first
to that
quarter,
comment. I said Portland will make the playoffs.
if
Who's
Jason
smoking
Tatum may
Drew?
get hurt in that first quarter and they would have came back being down 0-3, I wonder if this conversation would be different.
They would have still lost the Nuggets, so yes, it wouldn't be different.
Yeah, okay. You get to the
And-
finals being down 0-3, the conversation wouldn't be different. Okay, Dom.
Not, I
Right.
mean, not for Marcus Smart.
Right. Okay. Okay.
I agree with Flea. Now we're Marcus Smart.
Portland will be in the playoffs, play in. Denver looks like the same great team, but still game 3.
Portland won't.
Portland
sniff
ain't
the
going
playoffs.
to touch nothing.
Portland
Yeah,
won't even
Portland-
sniff the playoffs this year.
Not with DeAndre
Portland
Ayton
slipped the
there.
play-in this year.
They're
DeAndre
dog
Ayton
shit.
is, DeAndre Ayton is a bum.
They're
The
dog.
West is too good. Wait, why don't we go? Why don't we go back to the top, Fabian? Where we were at?
All right,
Because then the comments are going to be more outdated.
that's what they are more outdated from the top. Hold on.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying the longer we go, you know what I'm saying? We might as well knock them off.
I don't even
It was Corey Patrick.
Okay.
You don't compare heights, you compare games.
right. You compare both Corey Patrick. What the hell are you talking about? Like KP, what up? As the Wemby comment, Wemby compared him to Sean Bradley, compared to all the guys that are his size that couldn't do what he did consistently. Ralph Sampson's not talked about. Same thing. He didn't stay healthy. This guy looks like he's going to be healthy, and he looks amazing. But the only reason why Wemby has the hype is his height.
What he can do at his height, not just his height.
Yeah, I mean, 7'5", a 7'5" guy. You're gonna talk about him coming in the league regardless.
True,
Right.
but the way he moves is special.
Yeah,
That's like saying Eminem only got the hype because he was white, right? But it's like, yeah, but he's also nice. Like we haven't. he was just good. If he wasn't good, we would have been like, nah, get out of here, Eminem. If Wemby was,
I don't want to get in that bag.
Yeah, I mean,
I think he's overrated. I think he shouldn't be anybody's top 10. I agree with that. But
Then
I'm
you got
saying,
3 good songs. Get out of here.
Okay, chill.
Right.
3 good songs. That's harsh.
Name more.
is harsh.
Go ahead.
M could rap.
Come on,
his
I
ass.
name
He could rap
more. I mean,
he
that's
could rap
niggas
circles
name
around.
the
Name 5 legendary Eminem songs.
he has a
Legendary.
budget.
Yeah, we're talking about great songs. Name 5 great songs.
Without Me is classic. Cleaning out my closet is classic. The Real Slim Shady is obviously
What's
classic.
Without Me?
Now this looks like a job for me, so everybody.
That's horrible.
No, that's classic.
Dom,
Stan,
don't ever do that
oh,
again.
Stan
No,
is
that's
Stan
Dom.
is
Stan is
That
legendary.
legendary.
was a
Stan is
classic
legendary.
song. I'm not a
That is
No,
a
no, no.
class- That music video
Stan
is
is not,
hilarious.
no. Stan is not classic. It's legendary. Nobody
Stan
made a song like
Stan
that.
is legendary. The joint that
I
the
am whatever
boxer
you
came
say
out.
I am.
Does Till I
I'm whatever
Collapse
you
count
say
because
I
Nate
am.
Dogg's
Yeah.
on it?
What?
Does Till I Collapse count because Nate Dogg's on it?
Listen,
It's
I'm
hot,
a big
but
50 Cent fan, and I don't want no smoke with 50. And I know he holds Eminem to a high regard. So I don't even want to have this conversation because I don't want no beef with my guy 5-0.
my
But
point is
Eminem,
but Eminem wasn't just hype. He met the hype is the point. He had hit records. He answered the hype. Stan is and I am whatever you say I am, whatever that song is called.
That's
met
one
the
of the one
hype.
you're going with? That's impressive that you would go that far down the bag of Eminem.
That's the reason why he's Eminem. Without
way
those
I am?
songs, I am whatever you say I am. If I wasn't,
I
then
know,
why would
I
yeah.
know what you're
That song is fire.
Wow, that's
That beat
good.
is fire.
But I wouldn't even put that in the most like top 5 most popular that he ended up making.
It's a great
You're
song.
talking
though.
popularity. I'm talking about legendary. Like that was
Well,
classic.
All balls that have like name like 5 hits or something.
He's bugging. Eminem.
Lose Yourself
Like
counts,
now,
which is 8 Mile.
after the Eminem show, he completely fell off, and that's when his fans went crazy, berserk. That's when you guys overrated Eminem. He was trash after that. He's not in
The
Jay-Z's
Eminem show is
category.
classic though. Come on,
No, it's not. See
Mm.
why?
has some classics in it.
We're stopping. He has maybe one classic album. We gotta stop.
Let's get back to the comments.
Yeah,
Nah.
please. We're not doing this. This is when you're showing your fair skin, Dime. And if Wemby,
Trust me, I go with a lot of people before Eminem, but still.
if Wemby was
Thousands
6'10",
legend.
if Wemby was 6'10", no one would hype him like this. I disagree with that. If he was 6'10" and he had a handle, he would yam it like this, and he would be better.
But he wouldn't be dunking as effortlessly if he was 6'10". The part of the reason why it's so crazy is because he literally barely has to jump to dunk.
Right. Yeah, he looks
6'10" with a handle that we're talking and a jumper. We're talking Jabari Smith Jr. now.
Yo, there was a picture of Wemby, and the way they caught the picture, the basketball was right in front of his face. He looked like a fucking alien. Like it was the basketball as his face and the rest of his body, and they caught a snapshot. It was crazy. I was like, yo, that's insane.
The aliens are upon us. Even if he played exactly the same, I disagree. Like, oh shit, I zoomed in the fuck out of this. Why in the world are you comparing Sean Bradley and Wemby? They aren't even in the same type of player. I think we answered
talking
that.
about the size.
They're the same height. Got to compare to the guys that's the same height.
See, but he said we don't compare height to compare games. That was intended for all ball. But I think KP is just gonna be on all ball's case after the Draymond comments months ago.
I agree with Dime 100%. I think the guy who's using his size to dominate and a new player is Zion, but he's injury prone.
The problem with Zion, the only thing with Zion is, and for that conversation, is that he doesn't have the outside part yet. He has the inside, but he doesn't really have a respectable jump shot yet. The guys I was talking about.
Zion had 24 points last night, and all of them was in the paint against the
Knicks. Why do you keep focusing on what they don't have, what they don't do? What they do is super duper talented, and nobody's doing it. Nobody could dominate like Zion.
Well, no, I was talking about the inside outside conversation. I'm
talking about the same thing. Why are we focusing on? Oh yeah, Zion is totally dominant. He's playing towards his strengths. Oh, but he doesn't have an outside shot. Okay, so what? He's 10 of 10 last night. 20 rebounds, whatever it was.
But I'm not using Zion to as an example of this. I was talking about big men that fall too in love with the jumper. Zion is the exact opposite. He literally lives in the paint. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Zion.
You just confused me.
Shit, that was a great segue for the last topic. Guys that fall in love with the jump shot as a big man. It's a whole bunch of those in the league.
Well,
Lord have mercy.
Are we going
Lord have mercy.
No, you keep going to the comments. Keep reading.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Knicks are trash.
Who said that? Who said that?
You're not putting him up.
No, put him up there. Who said that?
I'm about to. Everyone needs help.
He said, who said that?
So now everyone needs help.
See, he's going to be on your case for the whole year.
So what?
3 points is worth more than 2 points, but you can.
Where's the Knicks trash thing? Why you forget them other comments? Where's the Knicks trash one?
Relax.
Elizaga, a fellow. What's wrong with you, man? Why would you Elizaga? What's wrong with you, man? I thought we were cool.
Who's your team?
This is not obvious. It's Straddles.
Yeah.
Maybe the Knicks try to get one of the Bulls.
Shanghai Knights is your team?
Look.
Fuck out of here.
I would like that.
Maybe the Knicks try to get one of the Bulls All-Stars. Give them Barrett or Randall for Zach LaVine or DeRozan.
Fuck out of here. Get the ball. Get the what? The all ball. You say get the ball. Hold on. What is that?
He said
Bulls.
Oh, Bulls. I thought no. I thought it said ball like LeVar Ball in them, like LaMelo Ball. That's what I thought that was. I'm sorry.
No, he's saying trade Barrett.
I would love Zach LaVine in New York.
I'm not trading Barrett. I would trade Randall right now for Zach LaVine.
Why would you trade Barrett?
Because I think Barrett right now is a better basketball player than Randall. I think he has a higher ceiling.
You're getting LaVine, though.
Huh?
Yeah, but you're getting Zach LaVine, who might be your best player.
In his prime.
Second best player, first best player.
What's wrong with that? I'm just saying I'd rather Zach LaVine than Randall.
I would trade him for either, to be honest.
I'm not gonna lie. Here's the difference. Even with RJ Barrett and Zach LaVine, and this is a great comparison. I don't think Zach LaVine's stats mean winning.
He's not a winning player, and that's what I was gonna say. If I had my choice, keep Zach LaVine the fuck away from Madison Square Garden. He's not a winning player. He's not gonna come here and help us really win no games. This is a guy that is uber talented, and for some reason he can't find his way into the playoffs. Like the 50 spot at the beginning of the season should be a win. Like you dropping 50 and you on a talented team as you are, that should be a win.
That team ain't talented. Don't do that.
They're not very good.
Come on now. Don't do that, Flea. You're a smart
No,
they got three all-star level players.
Yeah, true.
3 all-star level players.
What
Who's
three?
the third one?
DeRozan, LaVine, and Vucevic. All 3 all-star level players.
What?
He's right.
I mean, what am I? What?
He's right because you said it. You echoed him. He's right. No,
because
Vucevic has
Vucevic
been
ain't
an
an all-star.
Because
not
Vucevic has been an
no
all-star and he's
opinion.
capable of averaging 20 and 10.
I'm not
In
asking.
2023 is Vucevic an all-star?
He's all-star caliber.
Hell
I agree with
no.
Flea, though. He's all-star
I just
caliber.
said all-star level players.
He's top 10 at his position for sure.
He might be what? Vucevic?
Yes, he is.
He is.
That's by
What the fuck you
default.
talking
There's
about,
no,
nigga?
He can
I mean,
post
that's-
up. He can shoot.
that's by
Offensively, he's good.
default. There's no big men.
True. You're right about that, but doesn't change that he's 20 and 10 and he can shoot and got good touch around the basket.
All I'm saying is that 50 points from Zach LaVine and you have a team like that should be penciled in win when you drop 50. That's what I'm saying. And it's too many times often where I see this dude playing at such a high level individually and his team is not good. That's all I'm saying.
Good point. I can't argue.
And the other side to that is when RJ Barrett plays well, we play well.
We win.
We're in a winning position, and that's why I say I'm hard on RJ Barrett. Pause, but when he plays well, it's winning basketball. Because if he can figure it out when he plays, that means he's figuring something out. And for some reason, he got game, and it means winning. Zach LaVine, and Zach LaVine is 27 years old. He's in the middle of his prime. He's about to be approaching his prime. I've never been impressed by him.
Some guys just not winning players, man.
Embiid is MVP because he learned to foul bait like Harden, which doesn't work in the playoffs, and goes from 30 points per game to 22, throws off his game. Great winning MVP, but horrible for the playoffs. Yo, I've never actually thought about it like that. That makes a lot of sense. That's a great point. He does do a lot of Harden bullshit, and he never focuses on being in the double team and kicking out of a double team. Embiid is a horrible passer out of the post when he's being double teamed, and I've never looked at it like that. That when he's foul baiting throughout the whole year, he's clotheslining people and leg dropping them. That when it comes to playoff time, everyone's gonna join you with the physicality. All right, now you got to play without the free throws, without the foul baiting. Now what can you do? He plays hard.
It ain't no lie that he probably usually leads the league in free throws attempted.
Facts.
He does. He lives at the line. I'll say that.
Stratos, you pissed me off earlier, but thanks for that comment. Randall is horrible. Oh wow.
Let's get to this last topic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please.
So Embiid does that in the playoffs, but Anthony Davis, is he overrated or underrated at this point?
Can I'm gonna just real quick say what Derek Fisher said, which was he said something. It was okay. He basically said
just made you look at it a little different. That's
right. Right. He said, if I could try to get it, he said Anthony Davis, we should be happy that Anthony Davis is playing for the Lakers. And he was saying that he literally has to do everything on defense. So he should get a pass on offense. And he was saying that there's an agenda against AD because there's a whole lot of other players that literally plays no defense, and we give them a pass because of the offense. And my response to that is, you have a point. And I'll bring up two players. I'll bring up Luka and I'll bring up James Harden. Those guys play no defense. But on offense, any given night, those guys will give you 30, 40, 50, or 60-point triple-doubles. AD is not doing that. AD has the skill set and the talent to average 25-plus points, 12-plus points rebounds, 2 blocks. He should be every year top 3 best player in the league, and he should always be in the talks of MVP. Flea, you said something to me, and we just got to look at it for what it is. It ain't in him. Pause. What Derek Fisher said, to me, is borderline excuse. If you're great and want to be great, be great. I don't want to hear because I do everything on defense that my offense is gonna slack off. No, you do both. Guys like Giannis, Mike, certain guys, they've won everything in the same year. You get the defensive player of the year, you get the MVP, you get the finals MVP, you go to the finals, guys is averaging 27, 28, 30 plus. We every year hear about how great Anthony Davis' skill set is. What's the big problem then? I don't want to hear no excuse. You 7 foot, you can handle the ball, you can hit the mid-range, you can take the 3, you can get on the block, you can hit free throws. Why are you not better than what you are? Why? I respect Derek Fisher, 5-time champion, great basketball mind, very underrated player. But if we're going to go overrated or underrated, I'm gonna go AD is a little bit of both. I think he's underrated in the aspect that he's very injury prone, but when he's healthy, he's one of the greatest defenders that we've ever seen. But overrated when it comes to the excuses people make for him. I don't want to hear no excuse. He give you 40 one night, and then one day he'll have 20 at the half, and then won't have no points in the second half. I want to hear from him, why is it like that? So big shout out to Derek Fisher, but I think he's both overrated and underrated at the same time, if that makes any sense.
Let me add something to what Chu was saying, because I had sent him that clip on what D Fish was talking about.
Yes.
And another layer that Derek Fisher was saying was that he is so dominant on the defensive end that we don't even talk about the shots that he does change. So he was talking about there's about 12 to 13, 14 different shots that are made at the rim that Anthony Davis does change. So just think about it. 12 shots, 2 points, 24 points. That's 24 points that he's taken away from the team aside from anything else. So I get what he is saying, in terms of he affects so much on the court that you may not see when you grab the stat sheet, right? It may not be on paper, but if you're watching the game, you know what's going on. Just my thing is that to be considered a top 75 player of all time, to be considered one of the all-time greats, there's too much inconsistency with this guy that is not attached to any other all-time great. Like we talk about all-time greats, and inconsistency is not something that we attach to a Kevin Garnett. It is not something that we attach to a LeBron James, to a Steph Curry, to a Ray Allen, I'm just naming guys that were named top 75 guys. The word inconsistency is never used with a lot of the all-time greats. It's used with him, though. That's a problem for me. LeBron is in his 21st season, right? Typically, a guy at 38 years old should not be carrying the load that he is carrying. But for some reason, because he's the GOAT, and he's this, and he's that, and there's such a high standard that it is okay for us to feel like LeBron has to carry this load. But any other guy, any other great at age 38, and they had a guy like Anthony Davis on the team, the expectation would be, AD, it's time. It's time. I need you to step. I need you to be one of the best players in the league. When have we ever said Anthony Davis was the best player in the league? Ever.
Good point.
Never. So my thing is, I just think he doesn't have it. I think we talked about it a couple weeks ago on the show, how Anthony Davis as a high schooler was 6'2" guard, right? Now you go through a growth spurt, and now you have to play big. Maybe he just don't have playing big in here. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's just not that type of guy to play at the size that he grew into, and it just is what it is. He's not a physical guy. He's told us out of his mouth, I don't want to play the 5. Even though you're great at it, I don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So when a nigga is talking, sometimes we got to listen to what he's saying. So overrated or underrated, I would say he is overrated by the way we talk about him. He's great. But this top 75, generational talent, all-world defender, all of that kind of stuff, show me regularly, not just in spurts. So that's what I got for him.
Dom, you're the LA guy. That's your guy. What do you think about Derek Fisher?
Oh, love D Fish, legend. But I agree with what All Ball said. I don't think I would call him overrated or underrated, because depending on who you talk to, he could be overrated. Depending on who you talk to, he could be underrated. I think he's pretty properly rated as a result of that. And I think Fleece said some good things. I'll just make it very short. 3 reasons why I don't think AD will fulfill his potential, in the sense that when I was in high school, I want to say it was AD's second or third year in the league. I said, this guy's going to be the best player in the NBA. Like, I said it with conviction. I really thought it was going to be a thing. And I think the closest he got was like 2018 and 2020. 2020, he was top 5 that season. I mean, playoffs and regular season, he was a beast. But in 2018, he was also top 5 when he destroyed Dame and CJ. and even got a game off the Warriors. But I think there's 3 reasons why the Lakers aren't going to win the championship because of him not being a real number 1 on a chip team. 1, the aggression, as Flea said. It's just that relentlessness. You don't have it. 2, and I'm tired of pretending like he might end up getting it. I think this is who he is. 2, doesn't want to play like a big, even though he's really good at it, because his jumper, let's be real, guys, has really fallen off since the bubble, since the New Orleans days. And that's the major thing. If he still had his jumper, I think he would be averaging, because he averaged 25 last year and his jumper wasn't all that. So he could average 28, 29 points a game.
Easy.
But his jumper's not like that, and he doesn't like banging all the time on the interior. So, like, let's say he doesn't have a jumper, and we have old school guys who, will get you 20 points and 6 free throws.
Right.
All those 20 points around the rim. If he wanted to do that, I think he'd have a chance, but he doesn't like it. He's not even bad in the post, but he doesn't like it. So, jumper, motor, and not loving to dominate down low is going to leave him at still a top 10, top 15 player in the NBA. Probably top 10 because his defense. 25 and 10, he'll still average, but I don't think he'll be a number 1 option on the championship team, and that's why I think the Lakers' ceiling is about conference finals.
I like that Flea brought up once again for the millionth time that AD was 6'2" point guard in high school, and we've all heard that a billion times. Not that you said it, Flea, because imagine if he did make it to the NBA at 6'2", he'd be trash.
We'd be looking at him.
Would he have made the NBA?
Good question, Don. Great question.
Exactly. So you're lucky you got a growth spurt. You play like you're lucky you got a growth spurt. With Derek Fisher saying all that, fuck him, number 1, because what he did with the Knicks was crazy. That was crazy.
17 wins. I'll never forgive him for that.
Okay,
yeah,
but
you a dirty Mac. You a dirty Mac.
It was awful.
You a dirty Mac. You a dirty Mac. And you came to New York and won 17 games for us. You're dirt.
The first headline we get from Derek Fisher as the New York Knicks head coach is that you got your ass whooped by another role player that has a podcast now.
Shout out to Matt Barnes, man.
That story is so legendary. If I got
legendary.
That is. And Kanye made it even more legendary. Drive 100 miles.
Time out. Too. Imagine a nigga running around the island and you chasing a nigga around the island in the kitchen.
Don't forget all that, my nigga. That nigga said he was doing something. What was practice? That nigga said I drove 100-something miles. And you chasing nigga in your house.
In your house. Your crib.
Dude,
I'm sorry, Fabe.
That Kanye song is classic.
Go ahead.
So yeah, fuck Derek Fisher, number 1. Number 2, I do give him props because he's coaching the high school basketball team out there in California, LA. I thought he was trying to get a Lakers job. That's why I thought
he got fired as the Sparks coach. No.
Nigga, he coaching where they allowing him to coach. Nigga.
He coached the Sparks. They got him out of there.
He ain't doing them no favors. He a high school coach. That's what he is. He ain't ready for the big dogs.
For being trash. And in all seriousness, I agree with you guys. Initially,
and that shot shouldn't have counted. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, it should have. Yes, it should have.
Go ahead.
Derek Fisher is so legendary. You want to talk about championship role players? Derek Fisher was ready for the big moment every time. My friend Oceans, he has a good phrase. In the fourth quarter, Derek Fisher becomes an all-star.
That's a fact.
Heard that. I like that. I like that.
Go ahead, Fabe. I'm sorry.
Not on this channel. Derek Fisher.
Whoa. On Dime Dropper, LA sports heroes are represented very well and celebrated. And Derek
Fisher, right. Even on the Dime Dropper channel, I don't care what you LA guys got to say. We got beef, we got smoke. That's what it is. What it is. I don't like him over here on this side.
Chat. Tell us how you feel about Fish. Tell us how you feel about Fish in the chat.
He's a sneaky bastard trying to sneak in a comment like that. AD is soft. By the way, I just said earlier, I thought Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Davis were going to be the best players in the league when they got to the league. We didn't see anything like that. And it's funny because they're nowhere near the top 2 players. And who are the top 2? Dudes who are not even from here, where basketball wasn't born at. They are the biggest examples of why the USA basketball is soft. Because you got 7-footers that didn't do what they were supposed to do and are currently getting smoked by Giannis.
This is how these 7-footers were taught.
This is how they're getting smoked by Giannis and the Joker. Period. They're not in the same conversation with them anymore. Anthony Davis flirts with it at times, but because you didn't want to take on the role of being a 7-footer, you're not. Same thing with Karl Anthony Towns. I never want to hear about him being on my team because they're soft and they don't do what it takes to win the game.
And I disagree with that. Karl Anthony Towns. Let's be respectful to Anthony Davis for a second. Karl Anthony Towns is not even in his stratosphere, not even in his galaxy. If Anthony Davis on the Knicks, Imagine Brunson and Anthony Davis. You would be a second-round team every year if you could stay healthy. Every year, you might make.
You just told me that this guy again, in my opinion, Anthony Davis has GOAT level potential. But you're telling me that this guy who has that kind of talent is guaranteeing us a second round? What are you talking about, Dime?
It's hard to guarantee a second-round appearance. It's hard.
He's
but I think
overrated.
it gives you a chance to get to the conference finals, though, if you had Brunson and Anthony Davis.
I don't even know if he's overrated. I just think he's not what he's supposed to be. And Derek Fisher's giving him a cop out. I don't like that shit whatsoever. And you know that's why we salute Giannis. Giannis is nowhere near as skilled as you, but he has the motor to put him at first, second in anybody's book. So get out of here with Derek Fisher. I don't even want to talk about Derek Fisher anymore. That's crazy.
That team he was coaching in the Knicks was bound to fail. That was a train wreck.
We weren't a good team.
And you traded J.R. Smith and Iman Shumpert middle of the year. You guys
he should have never got that job. That was
Phil Jackson.
Exactly. That was within, man. Listen, they tried to break us down, bro. They tried to like
Zen master.
Fabian, we still haven't posted that final part of the Derek Fisher years of the Melo video we did.
What's the
I'm doing all the editing, of course.
What's the villain in Superman that Superman always had beef with?
Lex Luthor.
That nigga Phil Jackson tried to Lex Luthor us, my dude.
Tried.
Yeah, well, he did. Yeah.
Well,
Derek Fisher got 5 years, $25 million.
And Phil hired Hornacek too, right?
Yes, I like what the Hornacek signing though. He had experience.
Hornacek had done a good job in Phoenix, so like that was a little bit more
good job.
The 3-point guard line.
That was the year that they surprisingly were like one game away from the playoffs. Remember when they had Bledsoe and
Dragic?
That was a weird team.
Yes.
Yeah. No, not the year that. No, when they got Isaiah Thomas was the year after, where we were like, why the fuck did they add a third guard? Point guard, remember?
But I just remember them having 3 guards over there, and they were
the year before they added Isaiah though, when it was Bledsoe and Dragic, they almost made the playoffs. That was wild. Anyway, continue.
I mean, that was it for me. I'm trying to get back to the comments.
Yeah, it was Randall is horrible. That's the one we're on.
Couple comments out of here. No. I'm just like I said, I just think everybody made great points. I just think D Fish, what made him say that, I don't know. Like I said, he made some good points, but once again, for me, guys that don't play defense on offense, they're just out of the stratosphere. Like I said, Luka won't play no defense, but on any given night, he can give you 60-point triple-double. Anthony Davis is not doing that. So, respect the D Fish, but I have to disagree with him. There's no agenda on AD. When you're injury prone, when it shows on the court, your motor is low. I mean, yeah, man. Like I said, for me, not overrated, underrated. It's just he is who he is. And all y'all said it. Y'all made great points. It just ain't in him.
Randall is horrible. He tries to play like Kobe and doesn't use his size and doesn't even know how to use his size. If he weighed 30 pounds less, he'd play exactly the same way. I'm a New Yorker, by the way. Stratos. I agree with you. Mitchell is terrible on offense, and that's the issue. Well, he's good at what he does. Randall's selfish AF. I agree.
Yes.
The problem is it's almost impossible to get a player that is an all-star caliber player that elevates their game in the playoffs. That isn't Randall or Embiid. Brunson actually can do that. Brunson played fairly the same, to be honest with you, and it was really good to me. Or great.
I think he elevated a little bit.
Then you didn't watch him all year. He was doing that all year. To
try to do it against, but when you do the same thing in the playoffs against better competition, that's like elevating to me. You know what I mean?
Yes. Try to trade Randall or Barrett for a guy who elevates in the playoffs. Try to steal emo Jimmy Butler from Pat Riley. Good luck.
Two would love that.
Why do you feel Kawhi had more success in the Raptors in 1 year than LAC? Go Heat.
Very simple answer. Great team, great health. That's it.
People forget that Toronto team was like really, really good.
Really good. But give Kawhi Leonard, let him finish one playoffs with us healthy, for God's sake. And let's see what happens. Like, let's see him actually beat him.
Somebody reminded me that Marc Gasol and Serge Ibaka was on those teams. I forgot that they was like on that Toronto team.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Fleet, can I say this?
What's up?
Here we go.
When I said how good that Toronto team was, people gave me a lot of smoke.
Nah, bro, they were a better team than most remember.
But you discredit them all, Ball, by saying that the only reason they won is because of KD being injured, which might be true, but that's not to say that Toronto wasn't a championship caliber team, period. They were.
Kyle Lowry, Norman Powell, Serge Ibaka, Marc Gasol, Danny Green, right? Like they had
Fred
didn't have
VanVleet. They had an amazing
Siakam.
8-man rotation.
Siakam is a young player.
Van Vliet.
Van Vliet, like they didn't have a bad team.
OG Anunoby was hurt too. In the
OG
playoffs.
was hurt, and we thought that
They
was going
still
to hurt
won.
them because he was hurt. Like that was a better team than people give credit to. When I look back on it, I was like, damn.
Switchable size. Almost everybody can shoot. It was a good team.
Yeah, good team.
Heat were in trouble too. Butler declined. Let's have faith. Okay. I watched the Knicks when they had Charlie Ward, Derek Harper as point guard. They were good.
Decent.
Charlie Ward.
Decent.
No, Derek Harper's good, but I don't know about
Decent.
Charlie Ward.
Decent.
Charlie Ward he won the Heisman Award. Like it was crazy.
We hold on, but we competed. We competed
100%.
Well, Harper was a star in Dallas.
Man, come on, man.
D-Hop, Rolando Black.
The hand check god, Derek Harper.
The pit bull, the mad face, the dog face. Come on, man.
Yeah, especially on defense. Yo, this pot is fire. Anyone can get it. I mean,
Appreciate
pause.
That's a fact. Thank you.
Appreciate you, Roll Flow.
Roll Flow. Have we seen him before? Oh, okay.
Huh? No, just one of the subscribers.
Okay. Roll Flow, what up with you, man? I appreciate that. SJ just shot 3 of 15. He did horrendous. He was like
today?
Scoreless. Yes. The scoreless. They lost by 30.
I wonder if it was the Aaron Gordon effect.
It might be. The Denver being that big, they're gonna get him up out of there. They're too big for him.
What was Joker numbers?
Crazy. 29, like 15.
What was SGA numbers again?
The nigga shot bad today. So what?
If it wasn't for Chet,
what?
Okay.
Damn.
Okay. That's what you're gonna say. Okay.
If it wasn't for Chet, it would have been even worse. They lost by 30.
All I'm saying is guys look good against bad teams. When it come to good teams, niggas is looking a little sussy out
SGA
there.
averaged 30 last year on everybody.
Hey, Dom, you ready for it? Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Why?
There you go.
Why did Kawhi have more success in Toronto? Was it his team? I think the team was a little better than ours, but again, health, very important.
I used thick with 2 C's because it's funnier. It was funny. Shadow.
Stop saying that shit.
If he says if anyone uses thick like that in our comments again, I'm gonna know it's you without even looking at your name. That's crazy. A trip dub, not good. Insanity. They going to play hard for him every night. I don't know. They go and play hard for him every night. They lose games because they can't score. Flea, remember I said Jalen Williams.
I said Jalen Williams. I've been hollering Jalen Williams for forever.
Goodwin is good for the Suns when Booker comes back. Non-Steph Minnesota better with CP off the bench. He could be a middleman on a good team. 3 games, y'all. Okay, we read all this stuff. I don't know who quoted Malcolm X to describe Giannis, but that's still funny. Salute, brothers. Drew is better than Smart by a mile. Smart has been on excellent teams, no excuses. Plus, he thinks he's a star. Drew is more team-oriented. Marcus Smart is massively overrated. Huge upgrade for Boston. I agree with all ball. I agree with all ball on that point, but Boston is still better than Milwaukee. I don't agree with that. Giannis is fake humble. Stop it. He is fake humble, but, if he wasn't.
That's hate.
He's major hating. Everybody's fake humble but Steph Curry. But Steph Curry's a God-fearing superstar, right? But Giannis can't just be.
Oh shit! If that's not hate, the nigga say he fake humble.
Crazy.
Giannis is amazing. I think he's hilarious. He's organic. He's himself. If the Bucks are Dame's team, they have no shot at winning a title.
He's right.
That's good, Jess.
That was a good counter.
Yeah, that was good.
Joker, go easy on my Clippers so they can win a title. Dwight Howard was boxing out before the shots even went up.
Niggas gotta relax, yo. That's funny though. That's funny.
That was crazy. DeAndre Murray clears Marcus Smart easily. If the Clips stay healthy, it's Clips Nuggets Western Finals. Yeah. Okay. Can't stand Eminem. Dime dropper equals rhyme dropper. Eminem is nice, but he ain't Nas. Yeah, that's true. I'm a Bulls fan, and Zach is frustrating. Can I go off and look like Mike on any given night, on any given day, and then bomb just as quick? Vucevic is nice, guys. He's a 20 and 10 caliber guy. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't put that up.
Yeah, there we go.
Bulls are a joke. They need a complete overhaul from top to bottom. Could be. Barrett is the third guy on the Knicks. If your third guy goes off, you will normally win.
Did you see the one about DeJounte clears Marcus Smart?
Yeah, we
easily.
seen that.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens towards the end of the season. Let's see how Murray season going to end up. Let's see that.
But the expectations are higher for Murray than they are for
Here we go.
fucking Smart.
Here we go. Okay.
Smart ain't expected to do shit over there. You know that too.
Okay.
He said, okay.
Look, y'all already making excuses for Murray, huh?
No, he ain't. Because Smart ain't going to be asked to do shit too. You know that. Soon as Ja Morant comes back, we might not even see Marcus Smart play.
Gotcha.
So what Marcus Smart averages 15. He averaged 11, 6,
He's a
and
role
3
player.
last year.
We know he's a role player, so let's not do that.
Marcus
Okay.
Smart's not
Murray
averaging
is,
double
y'all say
figures this
Murray
year.
a star, all-star. Let's see what happens throughout the season.
Dom is giving you the
I know.
hint. The
I saw what he
Hey
did.
man, I got the best thing since sliced bread to watch in a couple hours. I gotta go there.
Atlanta is winless, right?
yeah, the way
Yeah.
we described
Murray on that
him,
team,
right?
right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trey
heard
Young
Dom?
will got to be better.
You heard
And
Dom?
now Trey Young got to be better. I know.
He's shooting like trash. Anyway, continue.
Nah, you
Murray
heard
gotta
Dom?
be better too.
We just said Wemby's the greatest of all time, so you got to go watch the greatest, right?
That's right.
Well, listen, read like 2 more comments so we can get out of here.
Oh, no, he's almost done.
Yeah, I'll stay on if you guys got to go. I like reading.
Just finish.
Yeah, I gotta go, man.
4 sportsmen in the building. Word hurt Jesse, especially when it's the truth. Yep, Bulls are stuck in the mediocrity purgatory. Bunch of non-championship players and an abysmal front office. Get them all out. Derek Fisher's a piece of garbage on and off the court. Thank you.
Yeah,
Jesse.
get him out of here.
What?
Too good to get a lottery pick and too poor to make a deep playoff run. I trade Vucevic for Sengun and want us to give Vassell from the Spurs. I give up Zach to get him too. You ain't getting no damn Vucevic or Sengun and
Sengun is
kind of
nice.
dream world you live in.
He
there.
played well against the
That's what I'm
Spurs.
saying.
Houston ain't letting him go.
For Vucevic,
He might be the
last
best
season.
one. He might be the best one on the team. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Fleet LeBron carrying the load is a myth. If you really pay attention to him on the court, he rests like 75% of the time. He's actually on the court. Gets easy layups occasionally. That's it.
I don't
But
think
LeBron
I've
has
ever
led
said,
in the past, though.
I don't think I've ever said LeBron was carrying a load right now.
When did that happen?
Yeah, I don't
remember
know.
hearing that.
I don't know.
Maybe he's mistaken. Jesse hates LeBron. LeBron makes his teammates better, I hear. Has AD improved since going to LA?
He got
I mean,
something.
he won a chip.
He legitimized his career by winning the championship.
I think LeBron makes certain players better, and then he takes away from certain players that need the ball in their hands more. That's all I have to say about that. If you're a catch and shoot guy, or are you a roller though, or screener, you're gonna get better with LeBron.
I'm scared to answer that. Mel might be in the comments.
Yo, that picture of Mel at the Drew? That shit is classic.
Oh, in the back,
LeBron.
when he's in the back, like, but that's.
LeBron's agenda on the court will never lend itself to elevating his teammates. He craftily uses his teammates to elevate himself and bolster his statistical portfolio, period. Salute, fellas. DD, what up?
What's up,
Preach.
bro?
That shot should not have counted. The clock started late.
Oh,
We'll watch
my
it.
God. Of course, Jesse, the Spurs fan with the conspiracies.
Yo, that's hate. Hey, Jesse, that's hate.
No, he's a Spurs fan. The Trent Tucker rule.
Look where he's going. Look where he's going.
States you need 0.3 seconds to get off a standstill jumper. You're telling me Derek Fisher had time to spin 180 degrees in 0.1 BS.
Hate.
That was 1/10 of a second.
He has not. It was 0.4.
It wasn't one.
Yeah,
it wasn't one. Oh, he's saying that with okay, turnaround jumper with 4/10. I got.
He's doing the math. Okay, I see.
Right. I'm sorry, I was slow. Basketball was invented by a Canadian, Naismith, by the way.
Yes.
The owner, bruh. James Harden comes to the Lakers. Nah, aren't people still saying LeBrick carries too much of a load?
Some Laker fans, not us.
I don't believe that.
Laker
I
fans,
agree. Actually,
Laker
yeah,
fans say that.
they do. 4 sportsmen every Sunday. Dom
Yes,
Dropper,
sir.
all ball, flea. Are we live? Favorite perspective here, all ball TV, 4 sportsmen every Sunday. Catch y'all next week.
Have a good night, everybody.
Ladies-
Wednesday,
Love
catch
and
us
support.
Wednesday, IG Live, y'all.
And hey,
Yes.
vlog tomorrow.
Oh.
The greatest thing since sliced baguette. Monday morning, Wembanyama in the flesh. Got my new
Wow.
phone. Gonna get some big time zooms. Hopefully a window for the clips.
Appreciate
Let's
you,
go.
Jesse. Yo, didn't you say something about you wanted to promote something down real quick?
No, just that.
Okay.
And then we're
right,
live on tomorrow night after the Lakers play Orlando. We'll talk about Lakers Magic and Kings, Warriors, and any other games of the weekend that I missed. We didn't talk about.
Got you.
Peace
You
to
already
everybody
know.
in the comments.
4
Peace,
sportsmen.
everybody.
More
Appreciate
sportsmen,
y'all.
you
Have a
heard?
good day, guys.
Yes, sir.